Sounds exactly perfect.
Yep, sounds exactly right. Hello and welcome. Good night. Good night, and hello.
End stream, that'd be funny.
Welcome to.
Oh, he's gotten smart. He's put the power off switch on the other side.
Yes, I have to keep it away from Braden as much as possible because he has a habit of turning the power off to things.
Once,
just once. Okay.
5 years ago. But no one's forgotten.
Welcome to tonight's stream. This is Casual Cactus, and this is our Glassbreakers Guild campaign. We are just a bunch of people that get around the table, be goofy, play D&D, and we bring you guys along for the ride. We're so happy to have you here tonight. Hope you are ready for what happens. I hope I'm ready for what happens, because I have no idea how that's going to go. Before we get started, just a few quick reminders. It has been a while since we have done one of these, but all of the video content we create does wind up on our YouTube channel, so you can go out there and check that out. All of our back episodes are there. Other campaigns that we've done, one-shots, talking about D&D, playing board games, a lot of stuff gets put out on our YouTube channel. So be sure, if you haven't already, go over, hit like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you will always know when we put new content up. We do also run a
thing.
We do also run a Discord server. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the quote because
that too
We
was
forgot you were
rendering.
in the room.
So yeah, Danny just ran a quote, and that's not what I was expecting to see when I looked over there, so it derailed me just a little bit. We do run a Discord server. We use it primarily to let you guys know if there's any changes to our weekly schedule. We do run this stream on Tuesday nights, and then we have a second stream of pre-recorded content that we run on Sunday nights, both at 6:30 Mountain Time. So be sure that you watch out for that. But if there are ever any changes to those schedules, we will let you guys know via the Discord server. So be sure you are plugged into that, and you'll always know what's going on with the channel at any given time.
We do occasionally forget that our own Sunday stream exists.
Yes, it's sort of a new thing. It's been hit and miss. We're trying to get better at hitting and not missing quite so much, but so the plan is Sunday nights at 6:30 Mountain Time. So be sure you are checking that out as well. It's a rotation of 3 different series. All of them, as I say, are pre-recorded. We've got one that is Danny running her second Delirium's Domain campaign. The second campaign that we're running is Braden's Western, and the third that we're running is A World of Darkness that Lance is running. So be sure you tune in for that on Sundays. I think that is all I have in the way of announcements. We are waiting on Lance to get here. He is on his way. He's just running a little bit behind. But we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. Poser, 42 months. Good on you.
Thank you,
Good job.
Poser.
Thank you, sir. And I think I saw Savi too. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I guess I don't need that one. I just need this one. So, yay!
I'm reasonably positive you're the only person.
Braden, why don't you go ahead and give us a recap of what happened the last time we actually did this game?
Sure. Last time we had been dealing with a kidnapping of Mal's family. Having found and recovered them from a very dangerous underground crypt, we then went to confront Mal's cousin and my brother, to deal with them. We fought my brother and your cousin, several portal assassins, and a man with way too much tinkering time on his hands. We recruited the Tinkerer, /saved. We're still trying to figure that all out. We did kill my brother and your cousin, but it turned out they were changelings.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Gosh, dang it.
Talking to the gentleman we recruited, he told us of a rendezvous point. We went to the rendezvous point to try and figure out where they could have gone, but it seems like they must have teleported away after rendezvousing. We gathered we went back to where all of the gathered important people are in the giant vault that lies underneath the town hall. And we just finished a long rest and are deciding what our next course of action is on whether or not we're going to recruit the other towns, where we're going to try and send Bit to get her safe. A lot of questions on the table.
I thought we came to some kind of a conclusion at the end.
We didn't, as always.
Ouch.
We made various plans, and then we did not agree on what to do. So that's more or less part of the course. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have expected no less.
Also, no more.
Also, no more. Yes. No more. No less.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Did you forget the other thing?
Yes, Keith did remind me about this. For a brief moment, the other plane of existence merged with ours, and we caught a quick glimpse of Waterdeep.
Was an overlapping town situation? It was real weird. Real uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Is there broken glass?
Wrong city.
There is
Wrong
now.
city.
Yeah, wrong city.
I don't discriminate.
It's
Broken
never
glass
winter.
everywhere.
That's true.
Can't get any good help.
Not from us.
Neverland?
No. I was thinking Neverwinter
Yeah, Neverwinter.
and Waterdeep. Did I say Neverdeep?
I don't know.
No, I think you said.
I thought you said Neverland, but I...
Never land, never wonder, never
It's
cared.
that kind of night.
Ow.
It is that kind of night.
Did you just hurt yourself?
He does that a lot.
Rubber band busted.
Yeah, they tend to
They're
do
kinda
that.
Old rubber bands if you got it from the stash over there.
I don't think so.
Oh, in that case, I have no idea. Just
It's probably old. Like me.
Okay.
I sneezed and cracked my rib. I think that qualifies as old,
Or,
Or-
a calcium deficiency.
which happens with age.
I'm your friend, so I shall say nothing.
I'm older than you.
But
So-
have you
so-
sneezed and cracked a rib?
I have not.
So you're not that old.
I do think I've coughed and cracked a rib, but I do believe I was in my 20s when it happened.
I do, however, also like to drink milk. So that's a
I used to.
It's disgusting.
I used to drink it a lot,
No, it's
but
one of the
then
things-
my wife.
There
Doesn't
are
like it, so.
syrups and additives,
Oh, yeah.
like chocolate and strawberry.
Milk is wonderful. What's wrong with you?
Him!
Garbage.
That's because you have to add something to it.
Yeah,
No.
chocolate milk's fine.
It's fine.
I'm on your side. I'm just trying to justify it to these two guys.
I didn't crack a rib.
Anyway.
Yet.
If that was really
Anyway.
that true, it would have happened while I was pregnant.
All right.
Makes sense.
So
Right.
you're still in the middle of making plans, apparently.
You just summed up 3/4 of this campaign.
Yep.
It's true.
See how easy it is?
Bless you.
I mean,
Yes, Steven.
Good job, rating. Wait an example.
It's been a month. I haven't seen you. Gotta go to him while I can.
my doctor's like, don't cover your nose anymore.
Let's see. Burn
Pretty
Center.
soon.
Where's Burn Center?
Oh. Okay.
We wake up in the morning.
Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like PD.
As long as I wasn't the only one right there.
I was there as well.
Let's hit this city.
I am no
We're
longer
not coming
insane,
back.
so we're good.
So, we had at least decided that we're going to try. I think we had at least talked about trying to get Bit to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I wasn't here last time, and I missed the recap.
Oh dear.
I don't know what we were doing.
Yes, Danny.
We had talked about
We
using the
had-
door to get Bit to home.
Elwick, I think.
So there were
Oh,
several
no.
options. There were
We
two
had
options.
talked about
There were.
doing
We wanted.
Elwick.
We tried to send her. We wanted to send her to Setterton. However, Setterton is filled with like bad people.
Except we don't know that. Because someone hasn't told us that.
Wait,
No, he told
wait,
us.
Did he?
wait. Didn't we already put her in Setterton?
Yeah, and then she came
Yes,
back.
but in order for Tommy to be here, we had to teleport her as well. Because Daniel came to a session, and we needed to get his character from Setterton to
I think
whatever
he was
this
here for
was.
that.
You were here for that one.
Yeah.
Bit was.
Bit was there.
Bit
as well.
was
there?
Bit
Okay.
was there.
Yeah.
And then but there were guards there,
Yes.
so we didn't want to send her there. The other thing that came up was using the mysterious place known as Elwick to send her
That's right.
as a.
Oh, we also discussed sending her to Augur's Deep. But I think that you guys were unhappy with that idea.
because there's nothing in Augur's Deep.
We have allies there right now.
We have kobolds
Who are our allies?
who may or may not be there because we don't know.
Why are we sending Bit away?
That was one of the things that came up because
Okay.
of safety.
Yeah, it was one of the things being workshopped. Although now that you are here, I am fine to keep her with. Like, Simi would not really be incredibly excited to have her elsewhere where we can't have eyes on her. But also, we're all being tracked.
Well, Bit can't be currently.
Yeah,
but
Bit can't
That
be
does not
currently.
mean that she can't just be killed because she's with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she also
So-
could just be killed because she's
Right.
not with us.
Yeah.
Right.
So either way.
I'm not sure that there's a good solution.
Issue. This is to remind everyone. Issue 2 was what is Mal going to do, because you either need to within the 2 months or month and a half. We
I don't remember the timeline I gave you, and I didn't watch
we
the
know
recap.
no the timeline. So how
Or
long?
recap.
It's 2 months from the capital. We just
From
don't know how
Setterton.
long.
It's 2 months, so it's probably like a month from the capital to Mal's place, right?
Mm,
We were told.
it's not on a straight
We were
line.
told 2 months
'Kay, 2
from
months.
for the army to get here.
Okay. So we have like just under 2 months for you to go around to each of the other 2 places and to this one and
Towns.
trying to convince them all to go to Augur's Deep.
Anybody who is willing, yeah.
And then the other issue with that is that we have no idea where my brother or your cousin are,
Right.
because we can't track them, and they can literally be assassins anywhere we go.
And cut apples in half.
Yes. I believe that was everything to catch the 2 of you up. That was basically what we had discussed but could not come to an agreement on because, one, it would be dangerous to go anywhere alone because assassins could drop and kill any one of us.
Yes, they can now. Like,
2,
Pop out
we
holes
do
in the
need to go
sky.
to places if we want to recruit dwarves to go to Augur's Deep. But then that goes back to the problem number 1.
Now,
3, we need to convince people because they may not believe us because C1 and 2, problem 1 and problem 2.
I don't like this flowchart you've constructed.
Look,
It's not so much a flowchart as it is a whirlpool of
a
doom.
circle.
it's more of an escalator that when you get to the top, like the metaphorical Sisyphus, just go back down.
So his flowchart looks an awful lot like the Chutes and Ladders game board.
Yeah.
That's
But it's always shoots.
Now
No ladders.
we could split into 2 groups.
No, absolutely not.
That's a bad idea.
We could send one group to deal with keeping people safe in a place that may or may not exist. Well, me and the other group go talk to these other towns.
No, that's not happening. If we split up, like the assassins were not able to didn't do much when we fought them in this cemetery, but that's only because they had like one shot and then left.
Right.
That's only because we very quickly metaphorically
Shut
circle
down.
jerked my brother to death.
That's an interesting way to put that.
yep.
Um,
Especially
Oh.
seeing as how he was the eunuch.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
Yeah,
Gets
don't
worse.
think too hard on it.
So anyway,
I just had a really.
shush.
No, the other thing though is if they have a way to track us, splitting up does give us one benefit, in that I doubt that my cousin cares about you. So you would be whoever is with you will be dealing with your brother, and whoever is with me will be dealing with my family. Maybe.
We're not worried about your family that much.
No.
Your cousin only actually has any power, if he even has any power.
I kind of suspect he's dead, but
Yeah, if he exists and he has any clout with anybody, it's because he's linked himself to them. So I'm not really concerned about your cousin and his wants as much. I don't mean to say that in some kind of diminishing way,
no.
but
I mean, he does have people who were like-minded, but no, they are not. They don't have access to water monsters that are
Whatever the
assassins.
slime things are.
so I had a thought, and it might be a really bad one.
I mean,
Oh please, continue.
like, throw it onto the pile.
I just thought about this in defense of the Elwick trip. I
Yeah,
hate
those are words that you
the-
just said.
I don't like myself for saying them. If we're trying to rally support from other towns anyway,
A fishing village is the best place.
a fishing village where apparently
Where Cthulhu lives.
and there is
Yeah.
that, but also
All
magic
warlocks.
hasn't been outlawed. So any mages, any people with magic from that area is going to be better practiced with it than anybody around here,
That's-
unless they've been practicing covertly.
I feel we should put Elwick on the table until Steph gets here, but
That's fair.
because I want to see her try to deal with that.
I want to see the
But-
volley between her and Keith as this place is developed.
But I think for now we just need to first convince as many people in this town as possible and get them ready to go, and then move to the other towns.
Okay.
Because we got 3 towns to go to.
Yeah.
2 other
Some of them
towns.
on the way to Elwick, Keith.
Hmm.
We don't know where Elwick is. Neither
We
does
have
Steph.
access to that.
We have the
information,
key.
though. Well, there are other people there who have been to Elwick.
No, only people from Elwick have been here.
Is that true?
We have not established which way that goes.
Okay.
We have established that travelers from Elwick have been here.
We haven't
Okay,
established
haven't.
if people
Haven't
here have
established
been
that it's gone the other way.
There is no point in going there.
Except for Cthulhu and magic. And if it's outside of the Empire, maybe.
I mean,
it
we're
would be
currently
safer,
outside the
but-
Empire.
Well, that's also true. But we already know that there are people coming here.
Yeah. But we also don't really know how far away that is from here.
Also true. Okay.
I think
So-
for now, we just need to keep our eyes open and just try and see how many people we can convince or understand how many people we're gonna have here in this town. Which is there a name for this town? I can't remember.
Glossop.
Glossop.
For Glossop. And then once we're done trying to gauge what Glossop's position is moving to the other two towns.
I'm hoping, and maybe Keith remembers or doesn't, Mal and Dells got some letters ready to send to some people that Mal considers at least allies, if not necessarily friends. So hopefully we can meet up with them once the town lifts the shelter-in-place order. I do have a couple of people, friends from childhood and things that we can speak with. And I think once we have the option, I think we need to show specific people Augur's Deep. Because then it's not just a returning
Green teeth.
person. It could be the word of somebody who's just been there that they already trust.
When we use the door to go through it, if we open the door, people can see through it, right? To the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can crack out the gigantic barn door we made and then pick a random door and that showcases Augur's Deep.
You know, unfortunately, the door that comes to mind might still have viscera next to it.
Mind Braden what that word means?
Like blood and gore.
Guts.
Oh.
That's
but
not
that's-
necessarily true.
But that's
'cause
also proof that
the
we
actual old throne room door shouldn't have that because it was the.
Well, why would we show them the throne
box.
room? Don't we have there's mini doors that showcase other places?
I mean, yeah, but as far as places that are going to be semi-recognizable, because the reality of we're just showing them a magic door. We could show them into a house in Augur's Deep, but so the two doors that I can think of, 2.5 doors I can think of that would be options would be the throne room doors as proof, or the main door that we were going to arcane lock that, with the drawbridge.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know how that works because our door won't be nearly as big as that door. So you magic-y people will have to
I mean, we can just pick a smaller door.
But as far as doors that they can just look through and see things that are gonna this is Augur's Deep, those are the two. Or the one that has a bunch of blood, guts, and gore.
Well, I mean, blood, guts, and gore gives testament that we killed. We
thing
have
that took
cleared
space.
cleared the way of Augur's Deep. I don't know. I should have done some research on Moria. How did they clear Moria? Flamethrowers.
I mean, I don't think that they actually did clear all of them. That's neither here nor there.
They did after Sauron died.
Anyway, the problem is how deep Moria went in the first place. But
Well, now there's nothing to. Never mind. we probably shouldn't go that deep into.
yeah, let's
The rest of the party.
Let's
is
not
sitting here
cross
going,
the
"What?
streams of
Never heard of this place, guys.
you don't know Moria?
Oh, it's just an old story.
Yeah.
Or Helm's Deep?
So,
It's a shadow puppet show.
aside,
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been gone for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
but why do I have a +2 ween on my character sheet?
A ween?
Ween. W-E-E-N?
Because you wrote that.
That's not my handwriting. That's your handwriting. That's not me.
That's not my handwriting. That is Steph's handwriting.
What was the weapon that you made?
There is
Magic
apparently
cutlass
a
and
ween
magic.
on your screen.
Yeah, it was a cutlass and there might have been a dagger.
Stuff.
I'm confident I did not make her a ween in any variety.
But Keith, please tell us, what is a ween in your world?
Haven't a clue.
Or
+6. So it's a dagger, so it's 2d4 plus 6.
Hold on. Rewind. What did you just? Hold on.
We'll come back to that when the person who wrote it is here to explain.
Okay.
If
I
she
just wanted to make
remembers.
sure
I
there
mean, that
wasn't
is
some
your
big
magic
plot
weapon.
thing
Oh wait, no, you
that
want the
I
magic bow.
missed. Yeah, no, this is not what Lance made me.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that is not from Lance. You just apparently have a magic wing.
We'll see if Steph remembers anything about what ween she decided to gift you.
Have a
She'll
sneaking suspicion
she'll
she
laugh
was
and
just
then
being
she'll be
Steph.
like, I don't remember.
It was
Sorry.
probably to go with one of her drawings.
Probably. 1 second.
He's rolling dice. We should be scared.
No, hang on.
I'm pulling up a supplement.
He's got to find the ween.
I agree with that facial expression, Sabi.
So Chipper, we have a question about something that you wrote on Nat's
Character sheet.
What is a +2 ween? If you would please get back to me and let me know.
And the message is sent.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail us. I'm
No,
just
Oh
that's
no,
fine.
that's fine.
That's fine.
very confused.
I would be very
We will find
confused.
out, assuming she saw that and is not watching the actual stream. And if you're not watching the stream, shame on you. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So once we get a hold of the couple of people that I was talking with, then we can at least work on getting some things set up here. Show them through a door. Probably one of those two. Does the size matter? Like, we have the barn door size, but does the size on the other side matter?
I don't think so, but we haven't actually tested that.
That's true. I don't think we'll know until we try.
Okay.
If I
So
remember
hopefully
correctly, it's
though
just
we
a
can,
door.
yeah, we can just show them what we're talking about as proof. Once we do that,
+2 ween is her ween attracting ability, which, in case it's not clear, is a +2.
you have a +2 to attract weens.
What's a ween?
Well, you see.
When a mother and a father.
I think you just made that up. I think you don't remember. It's okay to say you don't remember.
But as far as as far as Bit goes, do we want to just keep her with us? Because it seems like sending her places doesn't work for some
Just keep
reason.
coming back.
Man, a scroll of sequester would be nice right now.
Given that we do not know how the assassins are traveling, I do not think that we can be confident that sending her away will keep said assassins from finding her,
I agree.
which leads me to believe that the safest place is with us.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
almost hate to say
not real
it,
safe.
but I think I agree with Merrick for once. Yes, we should keep her with us.
Yeah, I would prefer that. Like, I know we don't feel like we're... I don't know.
I was reading.
Oh!
I was trying to figure out what word you were going to say.
I know that we don't necessarily trust that we're not bringing her into danger, but I think sending her away would send her into just as much, so
Yeah.
at least this way we know that she's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And at
Until
least
she's
until
not.
we are,
Until she's
and
not,
then, you know. But yeah,
Okay.
we'll at least know what's happening.
We
So I
also
agree.
discussed my family. Again, I kind of suspect that my cousin is stuffed in a box somewhere.
Probably.
I mean, no great loss necessarily, but should we try to send? Well, I mean, do you think that Augur's Deep would be a safe place for them?
I think the same problem arises. We do not know how the people who took them the first time did so. So we have no reason to believe that sending them far away will make them any more safe than keeping them here.
So what about your families? Because the same thing applies.
I mean,
They didn't really have much of a reason for my family except that we were here. But if they're just going to try to use families against us, you all have a lot easier people to take that are within the Empire already.
I mean,
It occurs to me that the best way to solve this problem is to find a way to track down said assassins and remove them as a threat.
So the best option we have for that right now would be to open a door back and get your wagon.
We do need to get that back.
Yeah, my family's not going to be as big a problem in this, just because they don't really, like, unless there are people who are very, very aware that are going to talk about my mother's relationship with me. There's no paper trail. I was orphaned.
I think
so.
it is safe to assume that they,
know a lot more than we.
yeah, because I don't know how they tracked
Us here.
us.
That's
It-
fair.
We should not by all means be here.
Like, I'm confident that they followed Bit here, but I don't know how they knew about, like, they know
That's
more than
fair.
I thought that they did.
That's fair.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure that we can
Well,
do anything about the assassins because it's going to take me time to try and come up with a way to neutralize their abilities.
The teleporting thing is an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, we know my mother can scry, so she's probably been trying to scry on my sister to try and find her.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We
That's
now
how
have
they
that
know where
problem
we are.
addressed.
We now have that
But-
problem addressed. However, she knows our last location,
Right, which is here.
which is here, and who knows what conversation she could have heard.
And if they know who we are, then
Which-
they will probably they could send people to Setterton, which is the only other safe place I would want to put her. I don't want to send her off to Elwick without knowing anything. Like, if we'd have to go with her and be there with her because I don't know anything about Elwick,
Well,
so I have no reason to believe it's any safer than anywhere else.
we probably should first.
Aside from not being somewhere that they suspect we would be, because who would go to
Yeah.
Elwick?
I don't know who's in Elwick. I don't know where their allegiances lie. I don't know anything.
Please enlighten us, Steph.
I mean, we know a lot of supposed
You have to know
information
about Elwick before you
Elwick.
can tell us about Elwick.
Rages.
Elwick would have to exist if.
So, our two options are this: try and figure out how to hunt the assassins now, or try and work on getting your people.
I think that we have to do both.
Yes.
I honestly think that right now the only option we have to hunt the assassins,
Is wait for them to attack again.
yes,
And the magic table.
and in the meantime, maybe I can study from the books we took out of Nora's tower and try and come up with some understanding or something, but I
Mm-hmm.
have no ability to do anything, and anything I try will take time.
Okay.
So the best we have might just be wait for them to come after us because they have outmaneuvered us here.
So get the wagon and set up someone watching it.
Yep.
I think
Okay.
that has to be the first order of business today. Okay,
Yes.
so if we just lay things out, first thing we have to do, get the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Killian is working on that. I will work on talking to my allies, getting something set up to speak to the town. We can tell them in 2 days' time we will open up a portal to Augur's Deep. I almost said Helm's Deep. We should not have brought up Lord of the Rings. To Augur's Deep as proof of the things that I've said. And that anybody who is willing to go at that time needs to be ready to move. I suspect there won't be that many, which is fine since it's like a 10-minute window.
Yeah. So the most we can probably get in there is like, well, we can probably get a lot of people in there, but
Depends
if
how big of a
it's-
door you use.
Mhm.
And I will start. Well, I mean, I will start sending anyone who is willing to go through, and I will also send messages to the other 2 towns, letting them know that we will be there soon,
Probably the best we can
unless
do.
they get intercepted
We can use this door once a day.
once a day, once every 24 hours.
So today we'll be using it to get the wagon.
Get the,
Wagon.
yeah, get
The
the wagon
shaggin'.
through. Tomorrow we use it to get to one of the towns and
No, we should probably.
I think we need to move people from here to
First.
Augur's Deep first,
okay.
so that there's at least a presence started there.
And we can at least notify all of our allies that assassins might be coming for them, but
To be prepared as best they can.
yeah.
Okay. That sounds like the
Best
best
wizard,
plan that
yes.
we can have. Killian, if there are ways that I can help with what you're doing, let me know.
I will let you know if I come up with anything. I do not know how they are doing what they are doing. So I'm gonna hope that maybe in some of Nora's books there is an explanation or a lead, but they appear to be as good at avoiding magical detection as I am.
Well, when I'm not like backing him up when he's talking to people and things like that, I can at least be going through books and seeing if I can find
I'll
anything.
probably be with you most of that,
Yeah.
kind of giving you some backup.
What I'm thinking actually is putting up once they've set the all clear order for town. I'm thinking about just running around town and dropping essentially flyers saying anybody who wants to meet with me to discuss specifics. I'm gonna ask the mayor for an office in the town hall. That is a place that everybody knows that they can come meet me, and it is probably, aside from like the blacksmith shop, the most defensible place that we have.
I was going to set up the shaggin in.
We can, yeah,
Town
we
square.
can always just set up
So you
some
can also
chairs
use that.
out in the awning space.
And that would be good, I think, to speak with the general populace, but for today, I think that there are going to be a lot of people with direct and specific and possibly less public-facing concerns,
It's fair.
especially people who knew me as a youth that may want to find a
Smack
way
you
to
around?
move past that.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
What do you want the flyers just to say, like?
Anybody who, because essentially,
I'll start by getting ready to draw flyers. Just
okay, and put this in whatever like flowery language you would like,
Mm.
because I can't.
flowery language is only good when you are using someone who understands flowery language. These are simple folk who don't need you to show off your penmanship. My
Your
penmanship.
penmanship. Mine's not great.
So basically, you just want to say,
That anybody who wishes to discuss specifics of the move to Augur's Deep,
you should probably say, I wish to exodus us to Augur's, or return us to Augur's Deep. I'm just like, return us to Augur's Deep
I will be
in
an
oh, yeah.
in an office in the town hall.
If you wish for specifics on positions,
or things that need
things that
done.
need, yeah, okay. Just writing flyers and that one.
I will be in this office until 8 p.m. tonight.
I don't even say a time. You're gonna
Yeah.
just want to get as many people talking as possible
You
because
just say that that's where they
you're
can
gonna
find
have you're gonna have today and tomorrow just be talking to people. The third day, which is the 2 days, is when you're going to have everyone, the general populace. So
And we're also going to need to send that out. So maybe addendum there that there will be a town meeting in 2 days' time.
all right. So by the end of it, we'll have like there will be a main general sense of just being like just saying like in 2 days, whatever the date would be. In 2 days, I wish to have a meeting to discuss all of this, and then under that fine print, if you want to talk about specifics, that sort of thing. Sort of
In the
general
top
thing.
part, it would also say like if you are planning to take the leap of faith to move to Augur's Deep, there will be availability if you have all of your things ready to go.
Okay, we'll just have that ready, and I will spend an hour or two in the morning just basically writing up like as many of these as I can.
Ask Dell's.
And I'll have
I can
Dells
help
assist
with
me
that.
as well.
I do need to correct one thing that Lance has said.
Okay.
How dare you, Lance! No.
You said you have no idea how the assassins were doing what they're doing. That's not true.
Oh, that's right. So they have wands that they
That's
use.
not everything that they're
No,
doing.
but it's probably a good chunk of what they can do. What was the name of the guy we captured?
I don't remember.
Frank or something.
I forgot
It's
about
Frank now.
Frank.
Frank has a wand
Maybe.
basically that
Maybe.
No, he doesn't.
he had a wand
Head.
that
Yep.
basically he could use it to dimension door to a set location.
But that doesn't explain how they were able to like get in and take my family while I was in the building.
That's probably
Yeah,
just
no,
that's
that-
probably
that-
just teleportation.
Yeah, like the dimension door and the rope trick, we understand. How they were able to teleport, all of them drop out and teleport at the same time, because they opened like portals and dropped through them, right?
gates, gateways.
Right. When they all dropped out to run away, did they dimension door, which I've seen? Okay, because the way you described it sounded like they opened portals on the ground and dropped through them.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, I've never seen that before.
In my
To be
brain, I
fair,
was imagining.
to be fair, that's how technically dimension door works. Is it creates a small doorway that you literally take your next step to the next place.
Yeah, I was imagining like the Boondock Saints vent thing, but a whole bunch of them and out of nowhere.
Essentially, it's like they were casting Dimension Door right at the mouth of their
Okay.
rope trick, so it's like just right through it.
Okay.
It was dimension door.
Also, you missed so the night you went back home, you specifically, and spent the night at home. You remember I had you roll,
Oh yeah.
and you missed your.
I mean, player Steven knows that Mal has terrible perception.
Yeah,
But
you missed your
Mal's like,
perception
It
check.
doesn't make sense that they could do that.
Mal's just.
Well, yeah, because to be fair, your only view of magic that you've ever seen, the closest to teleportation you have is the face spider eject vest.
And do we have one of these wands?
No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
No, she gave it back to us, didn't she?
Did she?
Yes, she
Okay,
gave it back
she
to us
couldn't
because she
find-
couldn't find it.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I
I
have-
will take that and use it for my studies.
You weren't here, so I used it as an offering.
That's fine.
But she gave it back because she couldn't find the. She couldn't actually find the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So while we're writing these, for like that hour or two that's going to take us, do you want to
I will go
gather at least talk to the mayor and tell her what your game plan is, and then after we get done with these, we can start distributing them as a group, not separate.
And meanwhile, do you want to go get your?
Yeah, do you want to
Shaggin'?
go with him and get the shaggin'?
I would suggest the setting up right by where you grew a tree would be a good idea.
That was my plan.
Town
Okay.
center.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll go with just in case there's trouble.
Plus, we
but
can
hopefully
entice them
not.
with the new innovations that are coming to Augur's Deep.
And there will be a lot of them, I suspect.
Imagine
not
killing
just
with
ours.
a giant forge, just in the middle of Augur's Deep.
I mean, there will also be all of the stuff that not goblins, the kobolds have to offer that's literally not from this world.
True.
But provided that they're willing to share, which
Mhm.
I don't actually know. But
I get the feeling they're more like zealots instead of colonizers.
oh yeah. But I mean, if they could share some, neither here nor there. So I will go to find the mayor. I'll knock on the big door again.
No,
Bang on the big
we're
door.
in the vault. We slept in the vault.
Inside it.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I will just go find it.
Hey,
Wait a
Mayor.
second. She's over. All of
She's
the
like,
important people
just
are in the
listen
vault
to this
sleeping.
entire conversation.
I thought we just stayed out because of the bag.
No, the bag is still being guarded by that one individual who's just holding in the corner.
Who's terrified of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will go find
Yeah, we will have to get the bag to get the shaggin.
Jürgen Trollblood.
No, that's not right. Jürgen Trollblood's the girl.
Nope,
Ranger.
that's Gunloda Trollbleeder.
Oh, right, Trollbleeder. Oh.
Gunloda is my favorite new name. Gunloda Troll Leader.
We believe trolls.
All right, so you find the mayor. You give her the plan.
I request an office, like just an office, not her office necessarily, but like an office space in the.
Well, the only office here is my office.
Oh, well, do you mind if I use it as a meeting place for today?
Yes.
We can find
You do
someone
not
else
have
who
to
can-
say yes. There are other options. I could use the tavern if they don't kick me out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
And-
fine.
On a personal note, is this move something you're willing to make? Not asking you to speak for anybody but yourself. Because having you witness, we are going to, in 2 days' time, open a portal directly there. Having you as a witness that it is indeed what I have told everyone would lend credence to what I'm saying.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't curious. I've heard the stories as well as anyone. You are asking us to essentially uproot.
But I'm also asking you to leave your exile. One that
I wasn't exiled from Augur's Deep, and neither was my father or his father. You're talking about something that happened generations ago.
which is exactly why I don't think you have to stay here. You no longer need to bear the swamps that we live in, despite their beauty. You no longer have to bear this to be somewhere that we can be comfortable, somewhere we can be free. I'm saying that you hold no guilt for what happened ages and ages ago.
You appeal to freedom, but we're free here.
For now.
I'm willing to look. I'm willing to see what you can show us. Beyond that, I can't promise anything.
Thank you. And like I said, I'm curious about your personal feelings, because what this comes down to, a lot of it is going to be what people are willing to do, and there's going to be a lot of feelings for a lot of people, so.
Yes, there will be.
I guess I will wait in your office. Anything, of course, that you need in there, I am willing to step out for.
Thank you. I do still have a town to run.
Speaking of which, we probably should set an all clear order, or at least let people out of their homes if... Not that the problem has been sufficiently dealt with, but
At least
it's
we know
going to
the
run.
targets.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get the runners sent out for that.
And thank you for the level of trust that you've shown so far. I know it's a lot to ask.
A little bit.
I wouldn't do it lightly.
So she turns and starts, gathering and sending, gathering people to her and sending messages and gathering the people up from the vault to send back through the main door and out into town.
Steph sent her notes. It is a blank page.
That was good.
We get done with the flyers. Have a decent stack of them. And then let's just go around and
Am I gonna be like a town crier, or are we just passing these people?
You should totally do it. Yes. Do the town crier thing. I mean, pass it out too, but yeah.
Read this paper! Get your paper!
Just put a little, like, page boy cap on her. This just became Newsies and I don't know how.
Make me a charisma
No.
roll.
You got this.
That was decent, I think.
Hear that? Take a bardic inspiration.
Sweet.
Team multi-class.
I did. Well,
Everybody else was doing it.
no, well, it wasn't that. It was more of just the.
Oh, wait. I guess
I'm a little confident more in my speech craft than. Don't want to fully use. Become so
So just-
reliant on my powers.
Straight charisma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basic math.
4.
17.
Okay.
she has an 18 charisma.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's kind of, you know, you get a mixed reaction. I mean, nobody just like takes it from you and balls it up and throws it in the ground, but you get a sense that about half the people you give it to are only taking it to shut you up.
You're like, what is going on?
And yeah, it's like they're very confused about what's going on.
She's clearly from Elwick.
Why they've been, why they've had to be in their homes for the last, however long it's been.
Then walk out.
Um,
Weirdo in a
12
pirate
hours.
hat.
More than a handful take it and look down at it and like flip it over like they're looking for something.
They're looking for the porn on the back.
Yep.
That 15% off coupon at the tavern.
Or the 15% off.
But
Awful.
so you're able to hand those out to most everyone that you see.
Care for a paper, sir?
Thanks. Yeah, looks good to me.
Are you gonna hire me in your new kingdom when you king?
I mean, don't you already technically work for Killian?
That was a farce.
That's only to get paid.
And when was the last time you got paid?
I
Yeah.
feed all of you.
He does.
As I recall, we bought all of that food, didn't we?
I did.
Oh yeah.
With
then
my
you told
money.
us. Right. Yeah, we do a lot of work for you.
I just hit things. I don't know what she's talking
Except you
about.
don't. You do so little for me that it's rather impressive that you're still on the payroll.
No, I don't think we need to be hurtful, Killian. Like, she's trying to figure out if the offense is actually feigned or not.
You have done almost nothing for my business.
Is this Steven or Mal moving?
Yes.
Oh, he's missing his he's missing his familiar.
Yes, our familiar pals. Yes, hello.
Yes, somebody
Almost
has to be there
nothing
first. That makes sense.
for the business.
That I am a valuable employee, and I am hurt. Hurt.
Are we being serious right now?
I am always serious.
So not.
That's fine.
serious.
You can buy your own food. I assume we get the shagging. Do we, I
So,
assume
yeah,
that there's
I'll
not that
follow
much
you.
work to actually.
Not much work to it. So who all's going with you? Was it just the two of you?
And we're just gonna assemble a barn door in the middle of town square.
Like you do.
Like you do.
I mean, you
That's not
you
the weirdest thing
grew a
we've done to
tree
this
there.
town, so-
Yeah, like already. We've been here, what, 2 days? And it's already not the weirdest thing we've done. Yep.
That checks out.
So I will help you assemble the door.
Okay.
Go open it into my workshop. Is my shaggin still there?
Shaggin is still there.
Is there any sign of tampering?
Like anyone would know how to.
Wait, wasn't there somebody in there?
Yeah, the mayor's living in the secret basement.
Right. That's what it was.
Secret basement.
Make an investigation check.
Nat freaking 20.
Nice.
Not as good as hers, so.
The shaggin itself looks fine. You do see, even though they've been trying to be careful, your eagle eye picks up, the faintest signs of people coming and going, probably making sure that the mayor is,
Alive.
Fed.
fed and, has water and provisions and the like. You do find, looks like it might have been dropped by accident. But you do find a little, very roughly drawn portrait.
Oh. Cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's just sad, man. There it is.
It's a stupid place to leave something like that.
Can you actually give this to her?
No, you shouldn't. He gets points for effort.
Bro, there's other fish in the sea.
I wish I was sociable enough to be able to set him up with somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know anybody except you guys.
It's a small village.
Well, hook up the shaggin and pull it through.
Okay.
Voila, shaggin.
Are you going to let anyone in town know that you're taking the shaggin?
Oh.
I mean, the Shaggin has all of your contact information, so you can just send messages to people letting them know.
The important people, anyway.
I'll be like, can I see that portrait thing? I'm gonna take it and write on the back. I have reclaimed my property. Okay. And just leave it on the ground.
Should we say anything to anybody?
Wait, Killian, a little bit of problem there.
That's exactly what he said. That's it. He's not thinking that far ahead. I mean, I don't want to, it's going to be a little complicated to leave. We have to go through to the other side and through the back door that I leave things in front of. Or we have to go downstairs and tell the mayor.
Within 10
Okay.
minutes.
So James.
Yeah, let's just.
So I assume anyone who comes looking for it will know what this means. And Castian is in town, so
True. Wait, is he? Where do we leave him?
I
don't remember anymore.
as I recall, we decided to let Castian stay in town to help make
Yes.
preparations to get it out of being under martial law.
Okay. Sure.
And that's where we're going to leave it.
And that's where he's been.
Okay. Good deal. Okay. Yep. So
Okay.
move it through.
So you move the shaggin through to the town square, close the door.
Are there people in the town square?
Oh, but I mean, it's the town square. It's the center of
I
all
mean,
commerce.
yeah, probably.
It's a small town.
It's a small town. It's sort of the center of life for this town.
They just got
I'm
out
gonna
from
say they
house
just got out
arrest.
of they just got off of
They're looking for
lockdown. So
answers.
yeah, there are people in the town square.
So as we bring it out, I'm just like, out of the way, please. Make some room. Make some room.
And people look at you like like you're crazy, and then they see what's happening, and their eyes just kind of go wide. Their jaws go slack.
Dragon materializes out of this random door that we've just assembled.
Yep, pretty much.
And at this point, I'm acting like there is nothing strange about
Yep,
this at
nope,
all.
this is normal.
It's absolutely normal.
Alright, let's break down the door and then we'll set it up.
All right. I help him do so.
Okay. And you guys go about setting up the shaggin.
Right next to the tree that has grown in the center of town.
Okay.
I guess we'll say as soon as they get done, we'll have finished giving out flyers and catch up.
Okay. So what are you guys doing from there?
Well, the flyers have been sent, the shaggin has been brought, and we have
if Dells
three.
is amenable, maybe I have her sitting outside the door as a pseudo secretary, but her job is actually to like do detect thoughts before anybody actually steps in. Make sure that it's not like, oh, I'm gonna come in here and kill him.
It's actually kind of a really good idea.
Look, I'm just taking
You wanna
notes.
check the scry table, or your little
Well,
detective
So
scan?
after getting it all set up, Killian's gonna come out and be like, small logistical issue.
Okay.
We have no food.
I mean, we can just buy food here in town.
But what happened?
It is gone.
What?
Because
I assume because someone needed it, so they got into the shaggin.
How did they get in it? Oh, never mind.
But there is no food.
Okay.
We are out.
There will be some supplies, but if this is not a large town, we do not get a lot of travelers. There's not going to be a huge amount here.
Also, how are we
But-
going to feed your people once they get to Augur's Deep?
I mean, there is the remnants of a town outside. They're going to have to start some agriculture, like, immediately.
So who wants to go buy food?
I can go buy food.
I can
I'm sort of stuck.
help.
I can do whatever's needed.
I think 100 gold ought to cover us for a while.
At least for a good bit.
Yeah,
That's
for a
a
good bit.
that's a
Well,
lot.
That's a lot.
Killian will go into the shaggin and bring out
Gold bars.
no 1 gold bar's worth more than that. Yeah, he'll just bring you out 100 gold.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will start researching and studying and whatnot to see if we can come up with a way to counteract or track them.
I will be here.
Do you want to go with me?
Sure.
And do you want to stay with him?
Sure.
I mean, I've also got Dells and Tommy, and I'm assuming we're keeping Bit here so that she's
Yeah,
not
I,
walking
we'll-
through town.
we'll have
I
her-
assume anybody not walking through town is hanging out in the shaggin.
Mm-hmm. So, let's go get some food. And for the sake of brevity, can I just say that I buy 100 gold's worth of food and then he can put down what it is?
We
Yeah,
can
mine's
say
gonna work.
you can buy 50 gold's worth of food
Yeah.
because that's all the town's got.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's reasonable.
and they're gonna probably need a fair bit of food to.
Travel.
Yeah,
I
anything
mean,
new coming in?
You
Travel.
want you want to put down that there's 50
Yeah,
gold worth
I'll
of food?
just put it down and I'll.
I mean, to
figure
be
out
fair,
what
we
the-
can also, in theory, open up a portal into Costas and go buy them food and ship stuff in.
Or
I'd
just
rather
open
not
up.
open a portal to the capital.
I was not like not. I'm just saying like theoretically
Sounds
like they're not. We're not sentencing them to starvation if they don't get a crop this season.
I'm sure I could remember some storeroom door that we could just a pantry. We can just
Just like straight into
start
the
well-
castle. Like
the castle pantry. We could totally raid the castle pantry. I know exactly how to do
I
that.
would
Kinda love that
probably
idea.
like know how to.
Would you
like
know
that.
where the pantries are?
Yes,
I would
But
know
you
where the
snuck
in a
monastery
small
pantries
boy.
are.
that would just roam a castle because I had nothing else
Yeah.
better to
You were
do.
He
the
needed
heir
the
or the
munchies.
spare. You were the
Yeah.
extra.
he followed all of the house elves. Started a campaign to free them. And
No, I thought of something far worse than that, but we'll
I feel like
continue.
I know what you're thinking about, and I hope that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I would probably also know where the monastery larders are too. So
I think
But I
There
feel
are
a lot.
options.
I would feel a lot better stealing from the castle pantry more than the monastery pantry.
I think that trick only works once, though.
Well, yes, it
We
only works
did
once,
a
but we only
lot.
need it
different
once.
pantries.
we might need it more than once. Yeah. So yeah, we can.
But I
we
think
can make
for
that
one
work if we
time,
need to.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
We'll keep that on the back burner.
Can't do it today, at any rate.
No,
Nope.
of course not. But tomorrow is a new day.
Laura. Right.
I'll give you the extra 50 gold because you don't get paid. So
You're an unpaid intern.
write that down.
I'm gonna.
No, we need to give this back to Killian.
You sure?
Oh, he holds all the money. It's all of ours. It's not just his. He just holds it. He's the bank.
See me just look sober at Killian. Is like,
Wait, can you hear me?
No, I
He's
assume
not
we're
there.
doing this
Oh, I
on
was
our
like, I
way
thought we were
after
in
getting
town.
food. So
I wouldn't say that in front of Killian.
It's not his.
I would fight for my workers' rights if Killian was here. No.
I deserve at least minimum wage.
No, we should just give it back to Killian.
Okay. All right.
Just don't tell him I said that.
Said what?
Exactly.
We'll return back with the 50 gold's worth of food. This is all they had. They weren't willing to not shell out, but give us more than 50 gold.
I mean, they are going to like uproot and things. It's a small town.
If some of them do.
That's
Some of
true.
them might just
That's
stay.
true.
Well, it'll be enough for now.
I figure that's something else we can add it to the list. We can get more at some point.
Mhm. Okay. For now, I suppose we'll just relax for the day and see if anyone decides to come pay
start
you a
swarming
visit.
you.
Yep, I will toss ideas back and forth with you about taxes.
Yeah. Well,
Keeping notes in a little journal that he's.
Well, you should probably wait. Yeah, just I will tell you, like general stuff. Just his main thing is don't tax them immediately.
Oh no, heavens no!
You need to build an economy first, and then go through economics. And
Yeah,
then
there's a lot to do.
and then
first.
occasionally throughout the day, I will do some scrying, but we can do that at a later date if anyone else needs anything else to do.
Milo,
Yes.
Adrian.
what is your familiar doing?
Gambling.
Well,
Tinfoil like hat.
either sunbathing or gambling. It depends on his mood.
Okay.
Familiar has a gambling addiction now.
He has 64 of my gold. he made little crayon cards that him and
Yeah, Max
Max
has
is-
69 gold pieces.
Have Ingir make a perception check for me,
have to look
please.
up, Ingir's
Max
stats.
is cheating.
So is
Is
he.
Max intelligent enough to cheat? That's awesome.
They can read each other's minds, basically.
Oh.
Makes cheating real fun.
You gotta get real creative.
What am I? What
Just not
Perception.
think about what
Perception?
you're doing. Just do it.
Does this rely on sight?
Start thinking about the worst
Yes.
Hearing
things.
and smell. He does get advantage. So.
God,
Stop that.
I don't want to look now.
Also, I don't know how he knows the concept of gambling, though. Natural 20.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine.
It's a natural 20 and a 3. So one eye is being very cautious, the other one is just staring down at the cards.
So he's got one eye staring down at his cards, trying to get one over on Max, and the other eye is sort of doing this number. and it sees something off in the distance.
If he focuses
Any-
on it.
He turns and he looks. And what's his intelligence?
I think it's it is just a 10, just a flat 10.
Just a 10. Okay. What's his wisdom?
It is a 12.
Okay. He's not real sure why he's nervous at first.
The green sky, there's a tornado coming.
But then his survival instincts sort of kick in, and he realizes that the horizon off that direction is starting to get a little hazy. And as he's watching, it gets more pronounced. The haze gets more pronounced until the sky starts to sort of darken, and the sunlight filtering through it takes on that weird sort of orangey sunlight through smoke look.
Okay. Inger will just kind of like continue looking, but kind of like tug on my shirt. And if he points, can I see in that direction?
Make your own perception check.
Oh boy. Good thing this is one of my new good things I'm good at. I said that and rolled a natural 1. 6.
I feel ya.
I see nothing.
You see nothing.
I see nothing.
I'll just, if there's an ice outside, and kind of pat him on his head, and then go back to what I was doing.
You sense, like, right before he does it, he's obviously perturbed with you, and as you're patting his head, he actually bites your hand for one point of damage.
You've overstimulated your familiar.
And like turns his head and points your arm in the direction.
Okay.
You still don't see it.
I don't see it, buddy.
Bro.
Bro, I don't see it. I don't have as keen of eyesight as you do.
I'm there, right?
I assume all of you all can hear me.
Wait,
Oh, right, we've
but
got
aren't you
that.
over at the Shagan?
I'm in the shaggin as well.
No, I was with Brady.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I thought you guys had come back. to
We're
the-
back from the
From right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
India?
So that our familiars.
He's
can
just
talk, yeah.
pointing my hand in that direction.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Anybody who's around or
14.
14. Okay.
Rolled a 5.
Got a
bonus
14.
Rolled a 5, got a 14.
Rogues.
Rogues.
man.
Yeah. It's kind of hazy over there.
That doesn't look normal.
What doesn't look normal?
The sky looks fuzzy. Not on drugs.
I didn't even come to mind.
The guys, there's something. The sky looks hazy. Ingrid?
I will answer your question, Danny, with a question of my own. Are you proficient in perception?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and roll it.
So that's gonna be a 22.
Smoke. Lots of smoke.
Oh,
Big
something-
smoke.
something's on fire.
The
you
big
guys.
smoke.
A lot of something is on fire, you guys. That's a lot of fire, you guys.
There's something.
What direction? Like what's over there?
As far as you know, yeah, swamp,
Hey, Mal.
forest.
Mal's not there. Mal's at the mayor's office.
Oh, so someone go get Mal so he can tell us what's in that direction.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Okay.
Hey,
Is there anybody there?
Other than him.
No.
No one has come to see you yet.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Sky's
Nobody's there at the moment.
fire.
You know, most people yell
Fire.
fire.
Fire. Fire.
Yeah, it's in that direction. I don't know what is in that direction, but there's like a lot of smoke. I know you live in swampland, so
Yeah.
I don't know what could be burning.
I'll step outside.
Okay. So
Elwick is on fire.
so this, you know, it's swamp in the bottom, and you know, as it sort of in the bottom of a sort of a mountain valley.
Right.
As things go up the sides of the valley, tends more towards forest, starts to dry out, but the valley itself is fairly narrow, fairly long, fairly densely wooded. That particular direction,
Bingo!
that particular direction, there is a town that direction, but there's also forest and swamp that direction, and the swath of smoke is wide enough and dense enough, you're not really sure you can tell how far away it is.
Should we be concerned?
Always. I mean, I'm sure we can ask the mayor for the scout reports from the watchtowers that direction.
Well, Your Majesty.
It's the watchtowers that direction.
They fell asleep. They had a fire for some reason. The watchtower
Somebody
lit.
was
Smoking a joint.
The beacons of Gondor, light those.
The beacons of Gondor.
Beacons of Gondor been lit.
Gondor.
Yeah, I guess that's. I'll go find the mayor and be like, hey, have we gotten reports in from the east today?
The direction.
West.
West.
Actually, if it's midday, it'd be more south.
Okay.
No.
Apparently
Something's
there's
on
a
fire.
haze of fire out
Like
that
a
way.
lot of things are on fire.
Oh crap. Huh.
Might be worth calling in scouts.
Yeah, I will get right on that.
Let me know if you would, in case there's something I can do to help. I will go back and sit in the office again.
So has anybody come and talked to you?
There have been a handful of people that you sent out feelers to.
Okay.
Come back.
Mostly people that I asked to come specifically,
Mhm.
not like general populace yet, but they did also just come out of lockdown, so I assume that they have things that they have to get done in the morning.
That's fair.
They have their Stardew Valley chores to get done in the morning.
I can relate.
Does Killian have a hummingbird?
He has one of his hummingbirds. The other one is MIA.
Killian has been busy pouring through all the books we have. Killian has not noticed anything that you guys are talking about or doing.
Sure, I know.
But he has mentioned that before. That only.
Finish
Yeah.
whatever the conversation is that was
Oh.
there. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on
I think that was it. Like,
Oh,
I mean, not
yeah,
really.
But yeah, you did
I started
basically
thinking
like
about
a
other
perfect
things.
timing
Yeah.
of your turn.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So Killian, do you have one of your birds handy?
you're not talking about the hummingbirds. I think you're talking about the hawk that you.
Killian does not. He is busy reading books.
He's gone.
Killian!
Sweet.
I'll come back.
Did somebody say my name?
That would be, yeah. Do you have like one of the hockey things that can see stuff at a distance or be sent to see stuff at a distance? The birds that look at things.
Birds that look at things.
I have Hector.
Can we send Hector to check out a place that might be in trouble?
Yeah, he can come back and give you a map of the place and what he saw.
What about Ingir?
Yeah. He can go out and look
And
around.
come back and
Oh
give us
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
crayon drawing.
And or Ingir, if you're there too. So
Character advantage from
to
Max.
Max, I love it. He'll win that match. So
That's great.
there's a lot of fire.
Because I don't have much money.
A lot of fire coming from the south.
Fire.
Yes, there's a lot of. Something is putting up a massive amount of smoke. I'm wondering if maybe your assassins have dropped in.
Make a perception check.
They're trying to
Smoke us out.
They're like, oh, we heard about this one time. You can smoke people out, right? We'll just start a fire over here.
Boss, the
17.
fire's got
17.
too big.
Now that she mentions it, it does kind of smell like something's burning.
A lot of fire, you say.
That's a
Look out the
crap
window.
ton of smoke.
Gonna walk over and look out the flaps.
Like mushroom cloud.
The sky is very noticeably dark and hazy. The sunlight filtering through it has taken on a very decidedly orange tint. It's got that weird sort of golden hour look to it, even though it's only just noon.
And we've checked to make sure this isn't like just a normal thing for these people in this swamp.
Cabbage is off to check with Mal and the mayor to see if this is a normal occurrence. So we're waiting back on that
I mean,
report.
there's not a lot of burn damage on the what foliage is here. I don't think that this would be normal.
I mean, we could send Hector, but I don't think a map of fire is going to be very useful.
No, just something that I point at Ingir over in his poker game. Something that can tell us what is happening
It's
over
not
there.
the town that's on fire. That it's just
A family of
woods.
raccoons runs through the poker game.
Wait, huh?
Since when have we had raccoons in Imeshagan?
That's new. Probably because of the fire.
I'm gonna look outside again. Are there other animals running through town?
We
Yes.
added a feature
Oh.
while you were gone.
Okay, sorry. Bad timing.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to
I'm
trick
gonna-
myself with my
Every-
waterfall.
Send Ingir.
Damn time.
We
try
never get a break. We never do.
Killian's gonna
Can't
just go
get the
rifling
officer.
through his cupboards.
I will send Ingir to go
Yeah.
up to. I'll send Ingir to go check out and see how far away this fire is. Sort of just get sort of an aerial satellite shot of it.
Okay. How far can he get from you before your connection to him?
I believe it's 120 feet.
120 feet.
Let me quickly just
'Kay.
double check it. Within 100 feet of me, he can communicate with me.
Okay.
I have not taken an invocation that makes that indefinite.
Are you going to keep him within that, or are you going to send him out?
I'll send him 99 feet up
Okay.
to see what he can see from there, and then hear what he has to say. And if differ, then send him further to see what it is.
Okay. From 99 feet up, he can see that there's like a thick wall of smoke off to the south. Looks to be about a mile and a half away.
Okay.
He can, every so often, he can see little tongues of flame sort of jumping up out of the tops of the canopy of the trees. He can't see anything past, so he doesn't know how much beyond the fire front is burning. But it does appear to be moving towards the town.
Rapidly?
Not like rapidly, but not slowly either.
Right.
You figure at most you've probably got an hour and a half.
Okay. Seems like the fire is approaching fast. About a mile or so away. Probably like an hour away.
Killian is going to get out a very large pot and set it down on the table,
Large fire break.
and he's going to start opening containers of stuff and dumping red powder all over inside of it.
Okay. Is this something that needs heated up or?
Nope. I'm just gonna mix it all up real quick, and then we're gonna go paint a swath of it in front of the fire.
Or at least block the town off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Luckily, a good portion of the town is in the stone, so there's only so much damage to be done.
Okay.
But
I'll try and assist you as much as you need to make this concoction, and then I'll watch you carry it. Because I can't.
What did we discover? Sorry.
There's a fire coming.
It's about a mile away and will probably reach us in an hour.
Oh,
And Killian has thrown a bunch of stuff into a pot, poured in some water, mixed it, and is now lugging this like cauldron essentially out there.
I'll help with that. Do I need to be making another one of these or something?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, this is all we have.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Do you come back, Cabbage?
Yeah, I assume that I've started coming back at this point.
Okay.
and now nobody definitely is going to be coming to visit me.
Actually, I'm gonna poke my head back in.
I feel like this is pointless right now. We should probably go deal with fire.
What am I going to do about a fire?
I don't know. I'm sure Killian has a plan.
Alright, I'll start walking. I'll leave a note on the door that says, like, out for lunch,
Emergency.
be back in 15 minutes or something.
I walk out to see Killian holding a cauldron.
So as we're going, we're like, someone needs to get us.
So there are animals actively running through the town away from the fire. You know, it starts off as a trickle of small, cute little fuzzies. You know,
And then
rabbits, raccoons. You know, small cats. You know, the types of things that live in the forest. And then it starts getting gradually bigger and bigger. And pretty soon it's the deer running through.
The
the
chimera, the manticore.
The manticores, the owlbears, the things like that are, you know, everyone is giving them wide berth to run away.
All right, go.
I need as many brooms and mops as you can get me.
I'm gonna go start knocking on doors.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Hello?
We'll go.
I'd like to steal your mop, please.
Excuse
Or
me, we
broom.
need brooms and mops. Like every door.
Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, I need to borrow your mop so that we all don't die in the fire that's coming.
I'm not sure what good a mop's gonna be, sweetie.
I don't either, but my friend has a plan.
Meanwhile, Mal is
Okay.
ignoring all of this and offers to just carry the cauldron. He'll pop out his shadow and, like, they'll dual carry it.
Okay.
Start heading to the fire line.
All right.
Make a giant
So
fire
Keith,
break.
Yes.
How, if I wanted to create a line for this fire break, how much distance is it going to have to cover to protect the town?
Oh.
Assuming that the fire doesn't just immediately go around it, but sort of, you know.
You're gonna need a fire break of at least 50 feet wide by 500 feet long.
Ooh, well, I have something fun I could do. That takes a minute to cast, so I think I'll start casting it.
Awesome.
Is it a ritual?
It technically, I don't think so. It does not have the ritual tag as I'm looking at it. I will begin casting a spell.
You sure it has to be 50 feet wide?
I mean, you can try making it thinner. Just ups the chance that the fire jumps your fire line.
I mean, there's only so much damage. A couple of sparks, like that's sort of the guessing game, right? So like the wider it is, the less sparks cross.
Okay. No, you're getting brooms and mops.
Yeah. And I'm bringing them to you
Okay.
aggressively, like
You-
sometimes
you
just
tell us-
javelin
So
them.
everyone that's grabbing brooms and mops, roll me a d6.
Oh, a d6. Okay. That's a 3.
3. Okay.
Natalie rolled a 1
Uh-oh.
because I rolled for her.
Of course she did.
We'll let her roll when she gets back. Are you?
I haven't
We're
casting
not
a
gonna
spell. It takes a
count
minute
it.
to cast.
Okay.
So then one
All right.
goes through.
Actually, I'll make Tommy carry this cauldron, and I will run ahead to see where we need to start chopping down trees.
Okay. We will come back to that.
Oh, does chopping down trees help? Because after I have secured mops and brooms, that's a thing I can do.
Yeah. I was looking at my spells, like,
Okay.
got nothing.
I have
Too
nothing
low,
for this.
Too low a level.
Too low a level at level 10.
I mean, I'm only a level 3 warlock.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm mostly fighter.
I cast Spare the Dying on all the little woodland creatures.
None of these ones are dying yet.
Exactly.
See me? Your Danny is showing.
You're not wrong.
Actually, I guess I could do this.
You can do what?
Oh, when I get there.
Oh, okay.
I could do Aximilian's Earthen Grasp to knock down trees. But
All right. So we'll say Cabbage brings back 2 mops, and Simi brings back 3 mops and brooms. So you got a grand total of 5.
So we'll set the cauldron down, and Kinley will be like, okay, we are going to take this paste and, like painters, paint a swath of it 3 feet wide in a line 300 feet long.
Okay. All right. I start.
Great.
maybe make your line and then paint back from your line.
As long as it happens.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that will give anybody
At
who's
least,
with me
yeah.
chopping down trees a place to.
No, yeah, that we can do. It's just I have enough of this to do 300 feet long if we do it 3 feet wide.
I dive in and do the thing.
Okay. Everyone who's so what is everyone doing? You're casting a spell. You're painting.
Painting.
You're painting.
I
You're,
will be a little bit ahead of them, getting to wherever we're gonna start with our
okay.
fire break.
Dells would probably be painting.
Okay.
Yeah, almost for sure. Unless she's actually, she could do some like localized immolates on trees and things to.
She could also create water.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that
She,
she.
since she can cast divine spell, she can
Roll
cast
me a
create and
one.
destroy water.
Roll me 1d8.
I have handed you a mop and told you to start painting this red paste in a line.
Got it.
6.
Ooh, okay then.
D8.
You did exactly what I asked you to. I did, and you did exactly what I asked you to do. Okay.
I mean, I did see him help.
So now roll me 3d6. Give me the individual results. And if any one of them is a 6, re-roll it.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's rolling for a spell that he casts.
No,
don't know
I'm
what
not.
spell.
5,
Okay.
3,
Okay.
and 2.
All right.
Now I believe if I'm going to guess,
Wes.
I'm going to Gwes Kwekwe.
So it was-
I believe Keith is rolling for things to come out of the forest.
I guess we could do some of this too.
Mhm.
Just throw up earth.
You would be correct, sir.
I'm always correct when it comes to
When it comes to Gwes's.
Gwes's, yes.
To Gwes's.
To Gwes's.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Alright.
Guesses.
All right. So, painting, clearing,
Yeah.
painting, painting, casting.
Yes.
Let's take care of your casting first. What are you casting?
I'm just going to cast Flock of Familiars. So I have 5 multicolored versions of Ingir and just kind of I was going to have 4 of them line up and like Dragon's Breath, the whole line of cold to do the 60 by 500. Unfortunately, reading some of the rules, I can't have each of them do it per turn within the 10 minutes. So I'm at least going to have these as like communication devices during this.
Okay.
Or at least some sort of
Ingir phones.
Ingir phones, yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of
That's a cool.
that makes sense.
distribute one for each of us. At least here at the table. So
Okay.
each of you have a different colored version of Ingir.
Can I have a green one?
There's like a green one, a blue one, my red one,
Holding up a 2.
a white one, and a black one.
Have we seen you do this before?
No.
No.
The one that's not his ass.
There's so many Ingirs.
Ingir can ride Max like a steed.
Technically, yes. So in theory, we now all can communicate to each other because the Ingir,
So when one familiar loves another familiar.
Ingir Prime.
Ingir Prime. So like each of us have Ingir clutched onto us, and basically within a mile we can communicate with each other.
Okay.
That's cool.
That way we're not using our amulets
Right.
to use scry, so we at least have the Ingir communication line is up and running.
I would like each of you to make me a perception check, please.
Ooh, I'm really good at these.
Oh, no.
As a side note, for each of you, please roll for your individual Ingir who has a +3 with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Yes. Ingir pseudo dragons have a +3 to perception and with advantage. So you have your own little
Perception's
as well.
Mine is still higher
19.
Okay,
because
well,
I have
Okay.
a high plus. But thank you.
2 unnatural 20s.
Okay.
17 for Ingir Omega and 10 for Mal.
Okay, so Mal misses it, but your Ingir does.
19 for cabbage and 18 for carrot top Ingir.
Okay.
So 15 for Simi and 12 for Inget.
So your Ingir actually misses it, but,
a
but
7
Simi sees
a
it.
7 for Ingir Prime.
He's too
and-
busy being the switchboard.
Yeah, he's switchboarding right now, and a dirty 20.
Dirty
for
20 for
Milo.
okay. All right.
Patching you through.
Hold, please.
This is
Pinch your picture one
invincible.
moment, please. Pinch your picture one moment,
So
please.
this way around the table, everybody roll a d6.
The whole table or just that side?
Dos.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I don't know what number to be happy.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how to feel about
6.
this.
Reroll yours.
Oh, is
5.
that all 6s?
Yeah, all 6s.
Okay, so that's
I don't know if I'm pshing or not. I don't know what is.
1.
okay.
Ooh, no.
Also 1.
Reroll yours.
That's still a 1.
Wait, do we have to
That's a
reroll
4.
ones?
You just took the 1, so she
Okay.
We're rolling in order.
And a 3.
Perfect, because that's what you were going to get anyway.
You have no choice. You are now.
Yeah, you are now a 3. All right.
I think you're a 10, Braden.
Thank you.
So Killian,
Uh-huh.
Coming out of the woods.
so you're starting to hear. The smoke is starting to get really, really thick, and you're starting to hear the sounds of flames licking at trees and wood
Sure.
sort of snapping and crackling as you would expect. You've actually heard this before,
Yep.
way back in Sutterton.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Bucket is not with you anymore. But it does sort of take you back to that moment. And as you're gazing out across, sort of towards the fire line as it's approaching you, you start to see some movement. It's hard to see because the two figures you're looking at are sort of almost transparent. It's like they're there but not.
Hey, this
But they
sounds
are
familiar.
large, hulking creatures.
Mhm.
And they are, stomping pretty quickly towards where you and your compatriots are working. You've seen spirit trolls before, and there are 2 of them.
Was this because of the one in the bag?
No.
They're hot.
We are
Do they
far
seem
from them.
intent on coming after us, or are they just running away from the fire?
Yeah, but running away from the fire dictates they go through town.
That's going to be an insight check. Insight or nature.
Huh. 18
18?
insight.
18 insight. You're not 100% sure that they've seen you yet. They seem more intent on getting away from the fire.
Then that's a problem for later.
Mal. You don't see
Shit.
anything
As usual.
because you are hunkered down doing your thing. Your Ingir, however, sort of
Just like tapping the shoulder and pointing.
your Ingir lands on your shoulder and starts sort of grabbing your ear and trying to get your attention.
What?
It sort of pulls your head around and
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille style, and you do see between you and the fire line 2 trolls. You've seen trolls before. They're a constant threat here in the mountains, and they're coming your direction.
Cool.
Cabbage. You, likewise, looking out across the line, see a single sort of solitary troll moving your direction.
Of course.
It's
Trolls in these woods.
it's very much there's something like dripping off of it and oozing off of it as it goes.
Why?
And in its wake, there's a little sizzling sound anywhere that it touches plants as it's trying to pull its way through the woods.
An acid troll, lovely.
Venom, but yeah.
It's not poisonous. It's venomous, Brayden.
Well, how am I supposed to know? I didn't see it.
What's
Sini.
your name? Oh, hello, Venomuse.
Something sort of movement in front of the fire catches your eye, and you turn and you look, and there's this big hulking. You've seen trolls before, I think. There's a big hulking troll coming at you with 3 heads and 4 arms.
Yay.
The actual hells.
Yay.
And Milo, the troll you see coming at you is literally falling apart. Its skin is just sloughing off, and one of its arms is sort of limp from the elbow down, and it's dragging behind it. You can almost see it trying to knit itself back together,
The fire is...
but it's not able to, but it kind of is.
But it's kind of not.
But it's kind of not. And as it's going, anywhere that it touches, like saplings or bushes or whatever, the plants immediately die.
Oh, for the love of hell.
Good luck.
Initiative?
Initiative, everybody.
Oh dear.
Your in-gears will go on your guys' turn. So.
That makes sense.
And I
That's
will,
the easiest way
I
to
will,
do it.
I will control them because that I do.
Could have been better.
That is not a D20.
Yes.
Okay.
Badger claws. Badger claws.
Close in.
Is now the time for face fighters?
I don't.
Okay.
It makes logical sense though. If we
Yeah.
just draw a bunch of them, like let them fight with the elders, and then the fire gets them either way.
All right.
13.
13.
Or they decide they're more interested in us than they are self-preservation.
Mal?
Oh, sorry. 9.
Cabbage?
22.
22. See me?
Freaking 11.
Milo?
21.
Shouldn't have played a role.
I was about to say.
You've
did you
done this
think
to
was gonna
yourself. You know
That's
what you've
weird.
done.
I guess that's what I get from that plus 9 initiative.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You chose this fate.
You chose this life.
Okay, so we've seen these things before. So I.
Well, you haven't seen this exact kind of troll before, but you have seen trolls before. So
Okay,
you
we
know
do
fire and
that
acid.
Fire and acid.
Not to metagame, but one of them specifically that we are dealing with can only be attacked, damaged by force and/or psychic damage. The one you have.
Yeah, no, isn't radiant also one of the options?
I believe it's only force for the ghost trolls, I believe, but I cannot remember.
Getting punched really hard.
All right. Cabbage.
Well,
Cabbage.
I'm gonna light an arrow on fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it at this monstrosity and I'm gonna miss.
They have a pretty low AC.
11.
11 will miss, so your arrow flies right by it.
Well, I rolled a 1. Wait, hold on. Is this a 1 or a 7? 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding.
Well, if
It's
it's
a
a 1, it's
7.
an automatic miss anyway.
It's a 7, not a 1. These are new dice.
Okay.
Sorry. So that's actually. Our cat's back.
I heard that.
Is there a cat?
It sounded like a kid.
It's the one that I think tried to befriend us a while back.
I think that makes it an 18.
The horse with wheels.
The Casanova.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
I probably don't get sneak attack for this, do I?
Hi, Maris.
We be combating. Oh, that sucked. That was terrible.
1d6.
Oh, but that also wasn't the dice that I meant to roll. That's okay.
So everything was shot out, which is nice.
How far apart are each of us, just so we can get some?
So you're trying to cover a swath.
So it was
300
3 feet wide, 300 feet long.
Okay. So would you have spread yourselves out evenly along this line?
Sure.
Probably.
Okay. So there's about 60 feet between each of you.
Okay.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. All right.
And then I'm going to bonus action sneak, or hide.
Bonus action
Okay.
snake.
Good deal. Just for my benefit, go ahead and roll your stealth for me.
I should have all my key points.
23.
Okay, good deal. The dire troll is going to move towards
the dire troll.
The dire troll is going to move towards Simi. They were so the fire line is 60 feet out. The trolls were 10 feet in front of that, so it's got 50 feet to cover to get to you. It only has about 40 feet of movement speed, so it's going to move 40 feet towards you. And that's all it's going to be able to do this turn. Yes. Milo.
Okay. Seeing the one approaching me, I am going to bonus action Bamf out my wings,
Okay.
and then just Eldritch Blast the one troll heading in my direction.
Okay.
What did they not tell Dells?
Yep.
12 probably won't hit,
12 will not hit.
Yeah. but 28 will hit.
28 will hit, yes.
Okay, so 4 points of radiant damage
Okay.
plus 13 points of force damage.
13, you said?
13 points of force damage.
Okay. Good deal.
Okay, and then
60 feet.
well, I can't use the bonus action. I'm trying to see. Sorry, I'm trying to see specifically what spells I have that could help with this. Okay. Okay. Just let me know when a troll is right next to one of my people, please.
Okay.
And then that is my turn.
Will do.
No, yeah.
All right, so that is actually the rot troll's turn now, and it's going to move forward 30 feet towards Milo. Again, does not get to you, gets within 20 feet of you, though.
Okay.
It does not move as fast because it doesn't have as many legs.
Something like that.
That's
Killian.
Sure.
Does a 23 hit a spirit troll?
23.
Sorry, I should ask. How far away do they wind up? Or they're 50 feet from me, right?
Yes,
Okay. But yeah, does a 23 hit?
it will, yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to shoot the trolls twice for a grand total of 25. So I will hit one troll for 25 points of force damage with my launcher.
Okay. Sounds good. And anything else? Nope. Okay. All right. So then the two normal trolls are moving towards Mal. Again, starting about 50 feet out and moving 40 feet towards you. They'll be within 10 feet of you. That is not close enough for them to do anything, but by that point they have seen you. Looks like maybe they're going to head your direction now.
Okay.
Simi, your turn.
Okay. What does mine look like?
Yours is the one that has 3 heads and 4 arms.
I have no acids. I have no fires. But there's a fire behind them. So, okay.
Just for now, just try and knock as
Yeah.
many hit points off of them as you can.
Yeah.
We can deal with the regenerative properties later.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and meet that one where it was.
Okay. So it's 50 feet out in front of you.
And I can get there.
Okay.
So I'm going to go over. I will miss my first attack. Attacked. I will flurry of blows. Use key point. That's gonna end up being, I assume, 3 hits because all of the rest of these. Oh, that was a 12 and it shifted into a 2. But I think. Maybe not the 5. No, that also was an 18. Sorry, I must have hit my thing. So there's a 16, an 18, and a 12. But my Badger Claws I have as like a plus 11.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So all of those are well above 20.
Oh, yeah, then they'll all hit.
And that's going to be... It's a D8 plus 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So... 8.
And your claws count as magical.
Yep.
Okay.
9. Why is this so hard? 17. Plus 14. So 31.
31?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Math got really hard for a
That's
second.
okay.
I
That
pulled
is
out my calculator to pre-roll.
I should have done
that's
that.
okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes
You
my
doing
calculator
anything-
history
you
is
doing
worse than
anything
my
else
browser
monkey?
history.
Monk-ish, I suppose I should have said.
Monkish.
That makes a lot more sense.
See, I
That's
just
very
thought your pet
close.
name for her now was Monkey.
No.
Aw, hey, monkey.
I was like, that's a weird pet name, but okay.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of try and get out of reach, like, as I'm doing the flurry of blows, ending up like behind them.
Okay.
But I
Are you
can't.
leaving its...
No.
No. Okay.
I'll just
Cool.
be behind, so we'll have to turn.
Okay. Fair enough. Mal.
I don't know, man. Just turn it, like, Mal's just gonna sort of shake his head. He'll pull out his sword, and then he will Eldritch Blast one of them. Natural 20.
Nice.
And he's not going to pull it 10 feet closer to him because that would put it right in melee. But he will slow its speed by 10 feet.
Okay.
It'll still be able to reach him. He's just sort of hoping he can slow it enough to... Ooh. That is 19 points of force damage.
Nice.
To catch it in the fire in a minute.
Okay. And just one of them, right? Because there are 2 of those coming at you.
Yeah, I only have
Okay.
one Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Good enough. The spirit trolls.
Isn't that the name of a shop in town?
So that would be goat, spirit goat. It's a little bit of a different thing.
Is
Similar
it?
number of letters.
Okay.
Okay, so only one of these is going to be a question.
What did you hit it with?
Force damage.
Okay. Never mind. Okay. But they are going to move towards you. They have 30 feet of movement. They're not going to get to you, so they're still.
How far away from me are they?
They moved up 30 feet, so they've got 20 feet to go to get to you. They will be on you next round.
Yeah.
And then the Venom Troll is going to move. Is going to move towards
Spider.
Cabbage. It has 30 feet of movement, so again, it will be 20 feet from you.
I am hidden.
It's
General
in your
direction,
general
not
direction.
specifically
Yeah,
towards
not
me.
specifically towards you. It's moving in your general direction. It's 20 feet out from you,
Okay.
and will be sort of passing your position next round.
Cool.
Which takes us to the top of the round, and Cabbage.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it will.
Okay, then 30 points of damage. I did another fire arrow.
Okay. Alright, so that's going to be...
And then bonus action hide again.
Okay, cool. And go ahead and roll me your stealth.
25.
It doesn't have a hope in hell, but I'm going to roll it anyway because you never
They can
know
dream.
what might happen.
Wonder what trolls
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
Ugh,
Okay.
Did you just gross yourself out?
I just remembered a Baldur's Gate thing.
Okay. And then the Simi Dire Troll is going to turn and make a multi-attack on her. And these guys are pretty nasty. They have 5 components of this multi-attack.
He's trying to kill us.
We do something, that's fine.
Oh yeah. That also triggers Milo's thing.
I said if one of my friends
Oh.
was
Yeah.
invisibility.
Ooh.
Okay.
I
Let's attack
cast through.
with
I
disadvantage.
cast through my
Yeah.
one of my anchors to cast invisibility on you. So all of them will be at disadvantage until she gets
Did-
Until she hits.
Okay.
or until she hits.
Okay. So
The troll comes up to hit you and you just
And I don't even know that I'm gone.
Nope.
It just
I didn't just
stops.
miss.
all right.
Troll's
So unfortunately, even with disadvantage, 23.
Oh yeah, that's gonna.
Well, actually,
Well, you know, it does hit, but honestly, just barely.
So you will take 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points
misses.
of
By 4 points.
poison damage.
Oh.
I've got the level 20 going, but
Okay.
see what all this stuff like.
Second bite, again, rolled a 14 and a 15, and it's got plus 11. So that's going to be a 25 to hit. You'll take that damage again.
Yeah, same damage.
Same damage. 10 piercing, 5 poison.
This thing could kill me in one hit, or in one turn.
welcome to level 10.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry. No. Instead of the 15 you took, well, here, let me do this. This is going to be maybe better.
nope, not for you.
Stuck it right away.
And he hits me with
Just
all
wanna
5
kill
of
him,
these.
so
It
that-
is not possible.
Okay, so it's instead of the piercing and poison, you'll take 14 points of slashing.
So take back 1 hit.
Okay, this one's gonna miss because I'm
I'm glad.
fairly certain that a 14 is not gonna hit you. 22.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Have we determined what the
9 points of slashing. And last attack misses.
I suspect that your healing potion has gone off.
If you drop
The
below
ejector
half,
thingy.
Yeah.
then you're
Not quite, but almost.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
Don't you have 2 of them?
No. Yeah. Yes, I do.
And it is going to turn away from you and continue running. It's going to leave your area of influence.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it.
Go for it.
Punch him in the junk.
So that is gonna be. So that's a 2. Reminding myself that is also a 2. So it's gonna end up being 22 to hit, and then 9 points.
Okay.
Assuming if he poisoned me, he's probably immune to poison.
I would assume so.
All right.
There's no point in doing a hand of harm.
Milo,
My turn
If
already.
it works
your
in
turn
reverse.
already.
Healing
Not-
damage.
Not
Is
in
that
this
on top of the
edition, it
show?
doesn't.
Alas.
You're towards the top. Yes,
I thought Cabbage went before I did.
she
Already
did.
went.
I thought didn't you roll an 11?
That was
Pretty
my.
sure.
That was her
Yeah.
reaction.
Oh, okay. Sorry, let's just.
However, by taking that, your invisibility does drop.
It was already
It
gone.
was already
because
gone when he
smacked
got hit.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't drop.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't.
it doesn't drop if you get hit. My apologies. Yeah, it would have dropped when you attacked. me,
I mean,
so.
they will probably see the blood splatter and be like, oh hey, I found it.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast again.
All right.
Just a red blob.
17.
17 hits.
Okay, so both of them are gonna hit. So let's start off the top with 8 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and then 22 points of force damage.
Holy hell.
That's from 2
Yep.
blasts. It's a
Blast
D10.
and your charisma modifier added
And
to
my
it.
charisma-
Okay.
modifier,
So it was 22.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Good deal.
And then who could use a bardic inspiration?
And that's just. All right.
And I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you, thank you.
So I'll give you some words of encouragement.
You
can
got
do it.
this.
You got this.
Rub some dirt in it.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
If you grab both the opposite hedge, you can slam and crush the middle one. And there we go.
That might be how I
That
flavor my
is,
next attack.
That is my turn.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll hold my reaction. So
All right. Well, the that troll that you just hit is coming at you,
Okay.
and it's going to make a multi-attack against you.
Okay.
One with its bite and 2 with its claws.
Okay.
And an unnatural 20.
A natural 20 will hit, and that's the bite.
That is the bite. You'll take.
I'm gonna silvery barbs that. So roll again.
Okay, it's higher.
Okay, that's fine. And I will give myself the advantage.
Okay, so 23 to hit. You will take
I think that bite's probably the worst one to take. So
7 points of piercing damage plus 16 points of necrotic damage.
I take half the necrotic. So 8 plus 7 is
15.
15.
All right, and then 2 claw attacks. 14
14 will miss.
and a natural 20.
The natural 20 will hit. I should have saved the silver barbs for that one.
So the natural 20 is going to do 16.
How are your hit points?
I'm fine.
Everything's
Do you have
going
armor
so
magnets?
well.
28
Not
point,
up, no.
28 points of slashing damage.
You have the spell, right?
I do have the spell, yeah.
That might be worth throwing up.
Mhm.
So 28 points of slashing damage and 8 points of necrotic damage.
Nature.
Does that have that to 4?
Yeah, half that to 4. And is it going to be brave
I
enough?
am still conscious.
Yeah, it is still. So it is brave enough to stop and engage with you.
You can trigger.
Yeah.
So at the end of
I
its
used both of mine when I was attacking the doppelganger version of my brother.
Right.
I lost both of them that time.
So at the end of its turn, you will take 2d10 necrotic.
Oh.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I'm the best one to go up against that because I take half damage of necrotic anyway.
Yeah.
So.
That's good.
So no, it's going to be 7 points of necrotic damage.
Half to 4.
Half to 4. Okay,
Half my hit points are gone.
Killian.
I'm gonna take 2 more shots since they're not in my range yet. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
In that case, they will take a total of 28 points of force damage.
Same one.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope. Until it comes into my range.
All right. So the 2 trolls are going to close with you. And 1 bite and 2 claw attacks from each of them. So these are the bites. 12 and 13. No, that's not right. 12 and 15.
Nope.
Okay. So the bites miss. Claw attacks from the first one. 13 is going to miss, and an 18
Miss.
will also miss. So claw attacks from the second. It's a natural 1 and a
Oh, that one hits.
24.
24 hits.
24. Okay, so for the 24, you're going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. And that is those guys see me.
Oh, are they ignoring my shadow?
What's that?
Are they ignoring my shadow?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, let me do this too. They are both brave enough to ignore the fire and engage with you.
Cool.
See me. Your turn.
So does a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Okay. So all of these are going to hit then. I'm going to run up behind it and parkour myself up to its head and like punch, like slash one in the neck, slash the other in the neck, and then with the badger claws still in there, try and bash them together. All 4 of these ultimately are going to end up hitting, and it's going to end up doing 39 points of damage. Just like bam, bam, just climbing up with the badger claws and then doing that at the top.
Okay.
I wonder if it's possible for me to hang on to the back.
You don't want to do that.
That's fair. That's fair. Actually, I probably want to take another key point to disengage. Get the heck out of dodge. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And
You know, all three of the heads sort of bellow in pain and rage as you kick off their shoulders and backflip back behind them.
But they yell in harmonies. It's a full triad.
It's an open third.
It's gotta be a minor though.
Yeah.
it's funnier if it's major.
Mal.
Stab, stab.
I am more worried about the fire than I am about the trolls.
Honestly, that's
But I
fair.
don't have a lot that I can actually do about the fire. So I'm really torn. I guess, yeah, well, the one that I Eldritch blasted earlier.
Okay.
I will take 2 attacks and my shadow will take 1. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So that will be 5, 6, 7. So 8 points of damage for the first one, and 5 points of damage for the second, and the third one will be a 16 to hit.
That one will hit.
Okay. Then that one will be 6 points of damage.
Which troll?
All to the same one. All to the one that I Eldritch blasted earlier.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's slowed, so he's less likely to make it out of the fire. So he's the one that will.
So what was the final damage? Sorry.
3, 6, 5, 6, 11, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 total.
What was the damage on the last hit?
Oh, 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay.
3 plus 3 is 6.
That's math. Good job.
Sorry,
I
I
got this.
I had it split out. I thought you were doing damage to both of the trolls, not just
Oh,
the
no,
one.
no.
So I had to go back and undo some stuff. Math is hard. Okay. So Killian, your spirit trolls are going to move forward.
Right, as soon as they're within 10 feet of me, I'd like to use my reaction to attack the one I've been attacking this whole time.
Sentinel.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Is that Polearm Master?
It's Polearm Master.
Yeah.
Then I will hit it for a total of 10 points of slashing damage, and I'm going to pump a smite into it for...
And your polearm is magical.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so 10 points you said.
And then 14 points of radiant damage from the smite.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that one's starting to sort of flicker and fuzz just a little bit.
It's flickering and fuzzy.
It's a ghost.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're ghosts.
got
All right. They are. You dealt radiant and slashing,
Yep.
so does regenerate a little bit. Haven't dealt any damage to that one. So they are going to
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
bite and claw at you. So both of the bites.
We're all getting cookies.
18.
That is my AC.
Okay, so both of these will hit.
I also understood how long it was going to take to cut them all up.
So you'll take 23 and 27 psychic damage. So 50 points total. 50 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
And I need you to make 2 wisdom saving throws.
You okay over there?
That's a 14 and a 16.
Okay. You failed the first one, so you are stunned for 1 minute.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I don't suppose those somehow count as enchantments.
I don't believe so. That means the claws are going to have
Advantage.
advantage. Yeah.
But it's not a crit.
Right. First one's going to hit.
How many hit points do you got left?
Half. 42.
So you'll take 5 points of psychic damage from the first claw.
Better than me, but still.
Second claw misses.
Attacking brain.
18 does hit.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
Uh, 6 points of psychic damage.
No killing.
Last claw.
In a bad way.
14 plus 7, 21. That'll hit for
God.
7 points of psychic damage.
Also, Chief, when you're done rolling and stuff, I had a bad day, so I got cookies for
Oh.
everyone.
Okay.
There's a lot of cookies.
Okay. And then
Technically, there's just 4,
But each.
they're the size of a human head.
Some of us would argue that is the perfect size for a cookie.
so one of them is brave enough to stay. The other is gonna turn and GTFO.
Towards the town.
Yeah, headed away from the fire towards the town. I'm gonna take 2.
That's fine.
Okay. And then Venom Troll.
Dang it.
Yep.
Hi, Venomoose.
Did not see cabbage, so it's just gonna keep strolling right by you. It will pass close enough to you that as it keeps going, it will present you an opportunity attack.
With advantage because it doesn't see her. and
With
sneak
advantage
attack.
because it does not see you.
Okay, question. Since
Yes.
this is an opportunity attack, like I pre-rolled.
You do get sneak attack this. As long as you do it once per turn.
You only get 1 attack though, so you don't get multi-attack.
I didn't
Shouldn't
roll
have that
that.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
And you have to
But-
attack with a melee weapon.
Yes.
Oh, it does have to be a melee weapon?
Mhm.
That doesn't actually change anything. But are you okay with me using what I pre-rolled for my regular attack?
Mhm.
Okay. Then in that case, does a 20 hit?
Yes.
I mean, that's without advantage.
I'd be upset if it didn't.
It's higher with 32 points of damage.
32.
I was
Okay.
laugh if it still didn't work.
And you're dealing it with just your daggers, right?
Yeah, so unfortunately that is not fire,
Okay.
but it is magic.
Magic. That's fine.
We'll get what we can.
Yep. And it is just going to keep going. It's not going to stop for you. It is more afraid of the fire at this point than it is of you.
I mean,
Of
that's
the thing it didn't see attacked it.
32 points of damage.
Which brings us back to you.
Oh, I need to roll again. Okay. Hold
Chase him
please.
down.
Or keep painting.
Well, that is a 1.
Oh dear.
So I'm not gonna roll damage, but I am going to bonus action hide.
Give me your stealth, please.
Yes. 22.
I wonder how high you have to
All
roll
right.
for fire not to affect you because it can't see you.
AoE, I don't know
Okay.
if that matters.
It absolutely cannot see you still. So
Is that a carrot
Cool.
cake cookie?
Which one? The one
The one with the cream cheese. on it.
Okay.
that one was good.
Buttermilk,
All right.
pancake, carrot cake, regular, and pumpkin.
dire
pie.
troll.
Tried the-
Okay, I have a very important question for you, Sini.
The frosting.
When you parkoured off of your troll, which direction did you go?
Towards the fire or away from the fire?
Probably parkoured behind him, so while I didn't move the full movement, probably towards the fire. 'cause
Towards the
he's
fire?
running
Okay.
away.
The dire troll continues to run away from you, and is moving at 40 feet. 40 feet forward, so it goes right across your fire line and is headed for the town.
Okay. It's not my turn though. That's
It-
its turn.
That's its turn.
Okay.
Milo.
Armor of Agathos.
Good plan.
Mm-hmm. Not an excellent plan. I'm going to Bardic Inspiration you.
For some reason. The pumpkin brownie. I've never had pumpkin and chocolate together like that.
Really?
It's really good.
Pumpkin and chocolate.
Please just don't go down.
Kellyanne
And-
says nothing.
And I will end my turn.
Because he is stunned.
Okay. I forget. Was your troll
Brave? Yes.
brave? Okay.
Of course he's brave. He's beating the shit out of me.
Right.
And winning.
Okay. So it will do its multi-attack thing. So for its bite, 13.
Miss.
And claws. I couldn't.
It misses you. By a lot.
Okay.
It's almost like it stumbles as it goes to try to claw you. So it does no damage to you this round.
Okay.
And decides that discretion is the better part of valor and turns and runs toward the town.
Let me check something
Sure,
real
that's the
quick.
exact thought that went through the head of this troll.
I do have Warcaster. So I'm going to, using my reaction, I'm going to Primal Savagery. Attack this thing. Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
I know, right? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Not missing anything with that one.
No, they don't use semi-sweet. These with chocolate chips, and it's just
36 points of damage. Of cold damage.
36.
Plus 4 radiant damage.
So
So
40
for
total.
40
So
total.
40 total.
Alright.
It runs away. I forgot I had Warcaster.
So its forearm just drops off and
Oh.
starts sort of scrabbling on the ground trying to get away.
Hell
Kick
no.
it towards the fire.
Alright. And Killian is stunned. Go ahead and make me a con save. See if you can shake it off.
One of his trolls stayed, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8.
And that is not enough. So you are still stunned. The two trolls with Mal, they both stayed, didn't they? Okay. And the one you've been hitting with what?
With
Uh,
slashing.
The first was
Oh, the end at 4 and 4.
force, and the rest has been slashing.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do anything to a spirit troll.
You have the ability. You're a
Okay.
monk. You can punch ghosts.
So,
That's true.
good to know. Matt Colville trolls do not regenerate.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah.
Are you mad cool?
Okay.
Yes. Because in regular D&D there are not spirit trolls.
No.
Or sorry, not spirit trolls. There are not.
Acid troll?
No, there's. I think there's an acid troll. What is the one I'm thinking of? One of the ones. There are several that he is.
Okay.
using.
So, multi-attack. Bite. One is a natural one. That one will miss. The other is a 25.
Hits.
Will hit. Uh, 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound good.
Yes, they do, actually. On bites, they take the health that they deal.
Ah.
Okay.
That there paints a different kind of picture then.
Yes, it does.
They are vampires.
So,
Yes, that is kind of
That's not kind of. That's they bite you and take your blood, and that returns vitality to them. Yes.
Yeah, but I never thought of it as like an exchange
Okay.
of hit points.
I mean, hit points don't
Fair.
actually exist.
I know.
Like,
okay.
But
all of the smartassery.
I'm thinking both of these are good.
Just
16?
miss.
Okay, so both of those claw attacks miss.
Hit points are an illusion.
17?
Oh, okay.
Both of those claw attacks miss. So only one bite actually hits, but you do see that the troll that you've been hitting seems to gain a little bit of strength back as it bites you.
Smells like that's troll things.
Troll
Things.
stuff.
Just troll stuff.
Just troll stuff.
All right, so that's both of them. See me.
Okay. Can I see when I fall back a little bit? Do I see Killian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
standing there with his
You're
weapon out,
close enough to me. Okay.
Mhm.
60 feet away.
Oh dang it!
Mm-hmm.
If I use a key point to get over there, can I still flurry of blows?
You can use as many key
Yeah.
points
Okay.
as you want.
If you've got key
Uh,
points, you
but-
can use them.
No.
You have to check because
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Flurry
believe
of
Step of
Blows
the
and
Wind
dash.
costs a bonus action
Mhm.
and a key point, and so does Flurry of Blows.
Yeah.
Dang it.
what if we had just let the trolls go?
Then they might attack the town.
I'll also point out that
I mean-
you guys have no reason to suspect that Killian is stunned.
Except that you're standing there like this.
Oh no, I have had a turn. That's right. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say because I haven't had my turn yet, so I haven't actually been able to not do anything yet.
Actually, make an insight check real quick in the heat of battle, trying to determine if you actually know that he didn't do anything.
I have a high insight. I don't think it's high enough to fix it too. So that's 10.
10. In the heat of battle, with your attention split between the people that you're fighting with and the things you're fighting against, a 10 is not high enough to notice that he is stunned.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna hit the troll that's running into town then.
Okay.
I guess a lot of them are, but I'm gonna hit my troll. Unless anybody else looks like they are just absolutely getting
You can't even see her
up. You vanish it.
which nobody's surprised by.
Nope. Like we're just so used to that at
She's
this
never
point.
around when I need her the most.
If you're ever in trouble, I'm
No
not
one's
gonna
gonna
know. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna all of these are 15 plus. Most of them are 20 plus, but one of them is a 15.
Okay.
So
Everything
it's
hits.
gonna end up doing 36.
Okay.
I might have to do it in like 4 hits, but I can do some damage. Just give me some time to whittle you down.
All right. One of the troll heads is just sort of lolled over.
Good.
Its eyes are glassy, tongue's hanging out. There's spit and bile sort of like coming out of that one head. It seems a little bit less coordinated because of that, but
Good.
still going.
I don't want this thing to make it to the town.
Mal.
So interaction, free action, whatever. He's like shrugging off Ingir and saying, "Go into town. Tell everybody to be inside until after the ogres pass."
Trolls.
Those things.
Right now, the ogre thing. Somebody said, "What do trolls dream of?" And I remembered the ogre thing from Baldur's Gate, and now I. Anyway, bonus action. I'm gonna second wind, and regain 7
This is
plus.
gonna be this.
So 7 plus
Yes,
5
it is.
is 13 hit points, and then we're going to make 3 attacks. Actually, I'm just gonna do this on here because I don't have enough dice.
Do you want me to roll some dice for you?
It's okay. This will be easy. We'll just go d20. So plus 6 is 22 to hit. A miss, and an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 1 miss and 2 hits, and then damage. Let's do 2d8 plus 6. Oh, I was adding my longbow damage earlier. I should have done quite a bit more. Okay, so that will be 13 points of damage, and then I'm going to action surge.
Okay, so 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
D20. This will be faster. Okay. 25 to hit.
Yes.
29 to hit.
Yes.
28 to hit.
Yes.
And okay. And
Okay, we're good. I had to roll for concentration on the.
then, so 7, 17 plus 14 is
31.
31. Yes.
So you dealt 31?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good deal.
That'll be my turn.
Right. And one spirit troll is moving off towards town. The other is going to just take a claw swipe at Killian. Just a single claw swipe. It is, however, 24. Well,
Technically has advantage.
yeah, 24. It's going to hit. But it is only going to do 10 points of psychic damage. And then it likewise is going to turn and move away.
They could just take Killian with him as a snack.
It's
Travel
a ghost. Ghosts don't need snacks. And the venom troll still does not see cabbage, so it is still running away.
So, question for you.
Yes.
Do I get advantage because I'm hidden to hit?
You're still attacking it?
If you're still attacking it, yes.
Oh, like how far away from me is it at this point?
Well, I mean, so you took your bonus attack or your opportunity attack, and then it just kept going at the, so as it was moving past you, it you took your attack and then it just kept moving because it didn't see you. And then you attacked from range, so you're still at range to it.
Okay. Does it? I mean, is there anybody in the town that it could potentially hurt, or is it just
Yeah,
gonna
the
like
entirety of town.
everybody?
Yeah.
It's the only reason Simi cares.
Okay, then I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Then yes, I'm still gonna try to hit it. Do I get advantage?
Yes, because you are hidden.
Sweet. Then in that case, 21 to hit,
Will hit.
36 points of damage.
And that I believe 36. Yeah, that takes it down.
Okay, cool. Second question.
Sure.
Can I use insight to see if I can figure out what's going on with Killian?
Well, if we're each 60 feet apart, you're probably quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I'm asking if I can.
You can try it at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Wait, not stealth. Insight.
Steph, get all your heals ready.
Oh, actually, it's the same at disadvantage, 19.
19. Yeah. Through the thickening smoke, there's sort of the a gust of wind sort of parts things, and you kind of look out across the battlefield, and
Just
your friend Killian is just kind of standing there with his pole arm out, sort of stuck. He's got this glassy look on his face.
Then I would like to use my movement to head towards his troll.
Okay. Towards his... Okay,
There
so
are two of them.
there are two of them, and they have both moved off from him. Yes.
Then I'll head towards Killian.
Okay.
Maybe I can do something. Probably not, but I can try.
So what is your movement?
30.
30?
So about halfway there.
If you
Yeah.
don't hide, you can use your bonus action to dash.
I would like to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I'd forgotten that I hadn't used that already.
Yep. That will allow you to close right up to him. So you're standing there next to him.
But I can't do it.
You can't do anything this round, but you're right there.
Cool.
at least somebody's with him.
Okay. Simi, your dire you didn't move away from your dire troll.
Used your guardian's originally?
I haven't had to.
So
Although with that,
Okay.
do I have to claim it before I roll, or can
No,
I
you
do
have
that
to
right
use
after?
this
Okay.
okay. Luckily for you, it does not seem intent on attacking you. It is just wanting to get away from the fire. So it continues to move away. It does move away from you and give you an opportunity attack.
Doing it. Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. Okay, so this is an 8. 5, 7, 12.
12 points. Okay. All right. And that is the dire troll Milo.
Chase after the one I was going after, and Eldritch Blast it. Eldritch Blast.
I've got Ring of Fire stuck in my head. Dang it.
Okay.
These little threats is strong tonight.
It happens.
14 probably is gonna miss, right?
14 is going to miss, yes.
So 19 will hit.
Yep.
So we'll start with 4 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and then 13 points of force damage.
So 17 total?
Mm-hmm.
And you said force damage?
Yes. And radiant damage.
And radiant. Okay. So 17. All right.
How's that one looking?
It's looking pretty rough. I mean, it came out looking pretty rough, but it's looking pretty rough. And you did not move within melee range of it.
No,
You're
I can
still
only,
doing
I
it?
can only, I can try and get as close as I can, but that's 30 feet. But these things move like 40, right?
This one's moving 30.
Okay. Well, I will Eldritch Blast and then get into melee with it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna. Did you spend yours?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to bonus action healing word you.
Oh, lovely.
It's not gonna be a lot, but you know.
It'll take me from being unconscious, which is where I'm at right now.
Are you
Five
unconscious or
points.
just stunned?
Oh no, I'm unconscious. That last hit knocked me. They
Uh,
took me down if I had to make a con save, and I.
But
did
you're
not
still
need it.
standing?
Yeah, because I'm
Is
stunned.
that's how
5
stun
points of
works?
damage. It
I
like
think
locks you
so.
into
Pretty much
place.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't move.
Heal 5.
I feel like if you
Yeah, I feel like if you had gone unconscious, you probably would have fallen over.
Yeah. Then I was fallen over apparently.
well then I'm glad I'm on the, right there to
So
do nothing.
heal 5.
Me too.
Oh, sorry. Heal 6. My
You'll do
apologies.
something
I'll be there.
sometime.
Okay, and then that
I
is
can
my
give
turn.
you moral support
I
while
did
you are on
kill
your
my
base.
Okay.
troll before I
I feel
Alright,
like that was pretty
cool.
important because
It
Killian
is
at least has
my-
more
the
defense
dire
than
troll.
most
It is
of
the
the
one
towns.
the rot troll.
The rot troll. Hi, buddy.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Rot trolls do not regenerate.
that
And it is going to continue to move away from you.
It's not even gonna
I'm not
attack.
sure if that makes more or less sense.
It is more scared of the fire than it
Then I'm
is.
gonna primal savage it as it goes by.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay. Uh. 11 points of damage. Of cold damage.
Okay. Are you? Okay, so it's going to move off from you, so you will no longer be within melee range of it,
Correct.
which is actually good for you.
Okay.
So these guys have rancid degeneration.
Oh, I know. I took it the first time he was next to me. So.
Yep, it certainly does. So that is it, and Killian is unconscious. Well,
he healed me. Does that clear the stunned condition?
that in and
Unconscious.
of itself does not clear the stunned condition.
Because I was unconscious, am I still stunned now that I'm
You are
conscious
still
again?
stunned, but you can make the save.
I fail it.
Okay. So you are like not unconscious, but you're still just kind of sitting there stunned. All right.
I got a 6.
Killing it, man.
And the trolls are gonna.
Oh no.
The trolls that were in front of you
They're still there.
Are still there. Okay.
Killian, did you use your auto injector?
Both of them, yeah, already.
All right. So
In that first round, they dealt like 50 or 60 points of damage to me.
Can I take one off?
bites.
Take it off and just like as he
Jab
can you.
it, yep.
20.
Oh, hits.
20 will hit. How about a
How about a 35?
19?
19 just hits.
Okay, so both of these will hit. And 15 points
Okay.
on the first one. That's 15. So
Yeah, man. Oh, the other way.
all right. And the second one deals also 15
Okay.
points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And claw attacks from the first. 14, 7, 21.
Hits.
Okay, so only one connects. for 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second one is going to hit just one for 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then one of them, the one you've been hitting, is going to turn and move off towards town. The other is going to stay engaged with you.
Okay. I will whack him in the back of the knee.
Probably about height.
No, actually, I suspect he's gonna have to swing up to hit his knee. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. See me.
So I'm going back for my troll. They're all gonna hit,
Okay.
and it's gonna do 48 points of damage.
It's
Whew.
2d4 plus 4.
48.
Yep. Tell me this thing looks like it's about to die.
Plus 4. 9.
Oh, it is so close.
Well, I'm gonna freaking disengage and get a little bit
What-
further back.
So there is only one head still alive. The two on the sides are just kind of hanging there limply. One pair of arms on the pair of arms on the right side are just sort of hanging limply, and it's dragging one foot behind it. Whatever coordination there was in this body is gone.
Do you feel bad about killing it yet?
I mean, at this point, it's a mercy killing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I do, but better than I would feel if I let it destroy the town.
3 attacks. I assume all of them hit. All of them are over 21.
yes.
And that will be 30 or 23.
And you're attacking the one that stayed.
That stayed. Yeah.
Yeah.
23 plus 8 is 31 points of damage.
All right. Good deal. The spirit trolls are both moving away. So they're going to continue into town. Or headed that direction at 30 feet.
Did my Ingir Omega head towards town to warn people off?
It's what you told it to do, so yes.
Okay, cool.
Top of the round. Cabbage.
Okay, so I'm over by Killian.
You are by
Killian
Killian.
is still unconscious.
I am still stunned.
He is still
I-
stunned, but he is
Stunned.
conscious. You know, his eyes are open. They're moving around. He's he's kind of sort of like he's not moving a lot, but he's moving enough. He is still alive.
And of note, I did not go unconscious because I hit 0. I went unconscious because I took too much damage and failed a con save.
Nice. Okay.
So, I am not in danger of bleeding out. I just was knocked unconscious because they hit
Gotcha.
me really hard.
Okay, I'm going.
Killian, if I use my auto injector on you, do you think that will help with the stun thing?
I can fix it if I know. I just don't know.
Killian is incoherent.
Well, then I'm gonna stab you with my auto injector.
Okay.
In the neck, because she can't get to most of you.
I was actually about to say, does she have to make an attack roll for that since I am armored? No.
Yeah.
I hope not.
She's
but-
trying to help you out. It's fine.
And you
You're
can't
not
move
resisting.
anyway.
Yeah.
No, I can't. You have advantage on attack rolls against me.
Now's our chance. Kill him.
Kill him, take his armor.
Loop drop.
He's the only person that can fix anything.
Also, if you kill him, all of his enchantments go away.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's
we don't
sad.
know that.
All right. Anything else?
Does it look like it did anything?
I mean, it looks like
It injected.
his wounds are starting to knit back together a little
I was
bit.
gonna say, it healed me.
Okay. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like a good idea to leave you.
No.
Simi's dire troll is continuing to sort of hobble towards town away from the fire. It is noticeably slower than it was. Speed is halved at this point. But it is not attacking you, so... Milo.
Eldritch blasting a troll. Well, that's cocked. Keeps cocking, and that one was a natural 20, but come on. Okay. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, both of them will hit then. So we'll start this off with 4 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and then
So sad.
There.
21 points of force damage.
Don't you dare.
It's a broken. It's a band-aid. Rubber band.
All right, and it goes down and stays down.
It's symbolic of his love for you.
It is elastic.
It's
so fast, like my love.
Michael told us that his soul was
Then
pungent.
I'll head back to try and help someone else with the trolls.
All right.
I really want to put on a t-shirt
The
for him or
rock.
something. Like pungent, like my soul.
His soul is pungent, and he's an expert in rear
Is down, so that
No,
one's
you weren't up
gone.
there for that.
I heard something.
Killian.
Zanus was something that caught
Make
me
your save,
downstairs.
sir.
Does a 20 make it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not stunned anymore.
Woohoo!
I
Well
just,
done.
Good
Yeah,
job.
so the injector goes in, and a couple of seconds later, Killian sort of shakes himself out of whatever stupor he found himself in.
Good. Next I was gonna punch you in the face.
That really hurt.
I would do that.
You're like, hey.
All right.
Does that happen at the end of my turn?
Yeah, that'll happen at
Good
the end of your turn.
at
So the one troll that you had been hitting, continuing to
Really?
move, continuing to move off.
Come back here.
The other one is going to multi-attack bite you for 24 to hit.
Hits.
Eight, 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And
Okay.
19. Yeah. Okay, good deal. Seems like it heals up a little bit from that. And then its claw attack is a 12 is not going to hit, but the natural 20 will.
Oh, surprisingly, yeah, I think that does hit.
It's shocking.
Shocking, right? And surprisingly, you only take 8 points of slashing damage from that.
Took less damage from his.
Less damage from his critical.
I've taken 69 points of damage.
Nice.
And then he's going to.
That's where I'm at now.
Skip.
And then seeing the fire encroaching a little bit further, it turns and starts to move towards town.
You bastard! A whack back at his knee too. That's gonna hit. That's like a 29
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay, good. Good. All right. See me.
So. I kind of distracted myself. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
That one's not gonna do it.
Okay.
That one is. That one is. So that's gonna end up being. Oh, that one is.
Do them one at a time for me.
Well, you're a little late, but I can call them one at a time.
Yeah,
okay.
just call them one at a time.
So the first one is gonna be 7
Thank you,
plus
Distal.
5 is 12. 12.
So 12 points of damage.
Thanks, Distal. Hi. Yeah, so the first one's going to do 12.
Okay.
And the second one is
You don't need a second one
Ooh,
on this
never mind.
target because that takes him down.
sweet. Okay. Is there another one within jogging range? 50 feet?
Mm,
I'm willing to bet no.
Into the
You
great
jog
shirt.
at
Ye-
10 feet per second.
not really, no.
Is there another one that looks like it is lumbering towards town with intent to kill?
Several.
There are 2 regular trolls and 2 sort of translucent glowy bluey.
How adept is your town at fighting trolls?
I mean,
Is this a common thing? I don't
Not-
know why
not
I
in
was
mass.
addressing that to you.
not en masse like that, but
But
yes. Like dealing with 1 or 2 trolls
Yep.
at a time is not uncommon.
It's one of my favorites.
okay, I'm going to run toward whichever one is closest to me as far as I can get for the 50.
Trolls
Okay,
are nuts.
that's going to be actually that would probably be Mal's second troll, the one that just disengaged from it. You are going to come up short. You're not going to quite get there to
Okay.
it, but you're headed that direction.
Is everybody else up?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be my turn. I will remember what the heck I'm doing.
Now,
So now that I'm no longer engaged, and because it moves faster than I do, and it would take me my whole action to keep up with it, so I would be able to keep up with it but not actually fight it, I'm gonna Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
okay.
So while I'm working on chopping down whatever tree is closest to me in our fire line, I'm gonna Maximilian's Earthen Grasp and try to, like, knock down another tree. So, out of combat, you're gonna have to help me figure out how this is gonna work. I basically want it to grab a small tree and use that tree to try to knock down other trees.
Okay.
Per the actual spell, it has to be a creature, but I'm assuming I can use it out of combat.
I'd like to argue the plant is a creature.
I mean, it's alive, but it's not a creature unless it's...
I'd like to argue that it is. It's just one that has a movement speed of 0.
Alright. Anyway, so we're trying to break off a small tree and use it to knock down trees in its range. Because Mal can only chop down a singular tree at a time with his shadow, so...
What sort of stats does it give for that spell? Like, does it have does it have a
Bludgeoning
strength?
damage of 2d6.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't have, like, stats.
Roll the 2d6 for me.
Sorry. It flew out of my fingers. That's 7.
7. Okay. It's gonna take 7 rounds to take the first tree down.
It's more than I could do solo, so we're just gonna be...
Okay. Okay. Spirit trolls are continuing to move off. Top of the round, Cabbage.
Okay, so Killian
Is
is
alive.
okay. Okay-ish. What is the nearest troll thing to me?
The nearest troll to you is going to be. Probably one of the spirit trolls
Okay,
that's moving off.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it then.
Okay.
Does a 29 hit?
Trees.
Yes.
Okay, then 27 points of damage.
Well, actually, mostly did I-
29?
most.
29 to hit, 27 points of damage.
27. Okay, sorry.
I kinda said it.
I wish it was reversed.
That's true.
I mean,
I'd rather have
could be
those 2
reversed.
points of damage.
But I mean, he also wasn't in your fire line because
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stay next to the mostly alive Killian.
The mostly alive Killian.
On a scale from 1 to 84, I have taken 68 points of damage.
Oof. The somewhat alive Killian.
Okay.
Really unhappy.
Take this one down when I catch up to it.
See me real quick. Make me a perception check.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Something happens. Milo.
I'm unaware of it.
Head towards some spirit trolls and Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. 27 will hit, definitely.
Yep.
So we'll start this off with 4 points of radiant damage, and then just 7 points of force damage.
7.
Yes.
Okay. One of them is flickering like real fast, like it's like a computer monitor with a real bad short in it in the cable. It's just kind of flickering.
it's doing the Pokemon low health noise.
Killian.
Killian's gonna stand up. He's gonna look over at Cabbage. I hate trolls. And then he's gonna pick up his broom and keep painting.
That's fair.
reasonable reaction.
That's fair.
I'll watch your back.
Thanks.
You might want to start painting too.
I don't know if I can do both. What if more trolls come?
Then I'll die.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna.
I mean,
It's just like, I'll make it easy for you.
We
Wait,
have gone through too much already in this game to keep you alive.
It's true. It's true.
All
I
right.
even took the toughness feat. I have so many more hit points now. I'm like the third best hit points in the party, and that did not matter.
Jeez, Keith, just kill us, why don't you? Please don't. Please don't take that.
Just
literally,
kill you.
Please. Just.
Only
it's in his name, guys.
So okay. So you're starting to paint.
Yep.
Continuing to paint, I should say. Mal, your trolls are continuing to.
I can't do anything
to go
about it
away.
faster than I am.
I'm like the spirituals are so far away. I'm like I won't catch up at this point.
I mean, I guess I could yank one of them. back.
Simi, that is your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the one that's closest,
Okay.
'Cause that would be
and
that
it's
one.
gonna take
that's the
63
easy way.
points of damage because one of them was a crit.
Nice.
So it's like full Wolverine leaping
63.
into its path.
63, you say.
Yep.
The ones that are severely damaged? Yeah. And they were given warning too.
And
so
it,
it's not
it
like
just
it's
kind of
surprise.
staggers under the onslaught. It actually stops moving. And in fact, it needs to do one of these numbers.
One of these little numbers.
It kind of shakes off the effects of the attack real quick. And, you know, you get a sense it got real close to getting knocked out, but didn't.
Just look at it in awe that didn't actually take it down. Like, wow.
Mal.
So Mal is gonna leave the Maximilian's Earth and Grass trying to knock down trees. He's gonna leave his shadow working on the tree that he was just working on, and then he's gonna basically run along the line. So he's gonna get one of these in a turn, but he's gonna cast mold earth, and he's gonna like stomp instead of it allows him to move 5 feet worth of dirt, or a 5 foot cube worth of dirt.
Okay.
He'll just basically be throwing up a firewall
Okay.
in his path that should be just a little bit in front of the fire line that they're making.
All right. And the spirit trolls continue to move. Cabbage.
Are they still in range for me?
They've moved off 3 rounds from you. That's 90 feet. So they're starting to get out of range.
Okay, so I'm going to move 15 feet up.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay.
23 hit,
That'll hit.
30 points of damage.
And the one that was flickering just kind of pops and fizzles out.
And then I'm going to use my other 15 feet of movement to go back to Killian.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
What damage are you dealing?
This is arrows.
Radiant piercing, or not radiant, sorry, magical piercing.
With fire. I've been
With-
lighting all the arrows on fire.
Cool.
I don't, so like all the trolls are different, but
Oh,
I'm
actually.
lighting them on fire anyway.
Okay, cool. All right.
At least the fire is something that you know has worked before.
Yeah.
I guess-
See me.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check, please.
In direct opposition of the last roll, it's a nat 20.
Okay. The dire troll that you spent most of the fight with,
Huh?
you look off to your left, and it's lumbering towards town.
Ugh! Stupid freaking trolls!
Troll in the dungeon.
But you're not in its line. There's nothing in its line. It is just moving away from the fire.
Was it my turn?
It is Milo's turn, actually.
Milo moves up and casts Eldritch Blast to raise.
Yes, but unfortunately he has to roll them.
I dare not do that for him. I will botch the job.
For my pre-roll's sake, does 18 hit?
For what?
Killian. Finish the job.
I think the spirit thing.
Well, you took out one of them, so there is a spirit troll and then Simi's ugly thing.
How? But that's further away,
Yeah.
and I'm still not keen on leaving our mostly dead over here.
I was supposed to say, fun fact if you want to. 18 does in fact hit Killian.
I feel like I'd probably get advantage too.
Just like jam it down in between the pieces of armor and wiggle it around.
Although things could change between now and my turn, so I don't know if it's actually gonna matter.
So we'll, I guess we'll wait on Braden to get back. But while we're waiting on Braden to get back, hey Lance, did you know we now run a Sunday night?
What?
It's a pre-recorded stream that we've done previously.
Really?
Yes.
Who
me
DMs
more.
these streams?
Well, as a matter of fact, you DM one of them. Danny DMs one, and so does Braden.
Surprised he is.
What?
I DM.
That's amazing. Whose stream are we gonna see this Sunday?
It's going to be Braden's. It's going to be one of the westerns. Second episode that we pre-recorded. Using several of the characters are using our own homebrew gunslinger class that we can make available to you if you want to. We can put that information out on our Discord server. Oh, hey, don't forget about the Discord server.
And Keith,
Yes.
a question from our audience: where can you view these streams?
Oh, well, if you can view the streams right here on Twitch live, we will be in the chat answering any questions and interacting with you guys in any way. And we will also be making them available on our YouTube channel, so be sure that you're checking that out as well. Braden,
It's your turn.
it is your turn.
Waiting.
Back for
Oh,
commercial
okay.
break.
How many trolls are around, or are they at this point?
There's one dire troll that got knocked down
Cloudflare.
and is back up. There are 2 regular trolls, and there is 1 spirit troll.
I'll go for the spirit troll.
Okay.
I'll just try and get as close to it as I can, and then Eldritch Blast.
They have moved off pretty far, but you can get within range of your...
Miss.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Okay. At this point, with the trolls moving off, I think we're going to take the time to drop out of initiative. Unless you guys are keen to continue the fight, we can call that there.
If they're too far.
I think Simi's gonna go punch them all.
I was gonna say, I think Simi's gonna go chase him down.
She would, but she would not like be expecting everybody else to. So for the DM's sake,
Killian's gonna keep painting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably
And
smart.
I guess I'll
Cabbage
do
is
my
going
best
to
to
like
assist then.
Okay.
occasionally.
How long are you going to keep that up?
Until the fire is within. I don't know if anybody knows off the top of their head how close you can be to the fire before you reach 1,000 degrees Celsius or no Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Unsure.
unsure?
I think it's within like 20 yards.
Radius
It's gotta be closer than that.
of forest.
I think I had 20 yards.
Well, what I can tell you is, as this mixture that we are spreading starts approaching 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, it begins to bubble and it starts to expand. So I'm going to keep doing it until that starts happening.
Ignarius was going to do the research for us, apparently.
Okay.
How hot?
1,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go.
Okay. So the average surface fire on the average surface fire on the forest floor might have flames reaching 1 meter in height and can reach as hot as 1,400 degrees. I'm guessing, yeah, that's direct flame.
Yeah, like I'm assuming it won't. The fire will have to get within feet of this before it starts.
Yeah, probably within, I'm gonna say 15 feet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep until it's close enough and I see it starting to react,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take off running
Okay.
away from it, and we'll tell everyone else to do the same.
I will be following him.
Okay. As you guys retreat from your fire break, behind you, the fizzle. You hear the fizzle of your concoction as it starts to do its thing.
I didn't realize I vastly underestimated this, but upon doing further research while I was stunned, this sort of fire sealant expands up to 40 times its volume,
Oh!
and it burns very slowly. So it forces the fire to try and burn through it while robbing it of, basically robbing it of.
Of fuel.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I thought
Okay.
I thought it expanded like 5 times the size. Looking it up, no, the standard like industry thing or whatever can expand up to 40 times the size if given enough space.
All right. So it
D&D
sort of
science for the
starts to bubble up, and it doesn't all go straight up
Oh, yeah, no,
because
it
it sort of expands out.
Mhm.
So the line, the 5 foot or 3 foot line that you painted expands out to be about 10 feet wide and 15 feet tall, for as long as you were able to paint it. So you can hear it sort of crackling. You can still hear the fire crackling, but it's not moving towards the town anymore. You have basically shunted it off a different direction. Now, it might still get to the end of the fire break and come around it, but you've bought yourself some time to help, try and muster up more defenses. Headed back towards town. It is chaotic, but not as chaotic as you would have thought, with, half a dozen trolls running through town. There are a few injuries, nothing too terribly serious. It does appear the trolls were more inclined to simply get away from the fire. That was their driving motivation in the whole thing. So you're able to basically mitigate the circumstances for now. Throughout the rest of the day, you kind of keep an eye on things. The fire does continue to burn, but it continues to burn out away from town. The wind is driving it sort of parallel to the edge of town, and it doesn't seem too inclined to shift and come
It's
your
pretty
direction.
moist around here, so, or wet.
That does help. Yes, the fact that you're in the swamp, things are a little bit more dank
Yeah.
in town.
This is dank swamp.
So it's not, it doesn't have as much purchase as it would have on a direct line. By the time the sun goes down, the fire is well past, and even at that seems to be sort of petering out.
So what does anyone want to bet that was on purpose?
I mean, to do what?
Burn out the town?
The town made of stone?
And not all of it. I mean, they could at least burn down the inn and a couple of the other outbuildings.
Then why not start the fire in town? Why give so much warning? I don't know.
It could have been a distraction.
That it could have been.
That actually
That
seems
would make
reasonably likely.
Because of course we're going to fight the fire and not let the townspeople burn up.
So now we have to figure out a distraction from what? We have changelings.
They probably passed a law with a lot of things attached to it.
Sounds par for the course.
Well, while you guys ponder over that, I am going to take a nap, soak my feet, and read a book.
Finally, I register. Oh,
He's got like a black eye starting, and so you guys have fun with that. I'm gonna
Killian,
be over here.
you kind of look like shit.
I feel like shit.
She almost died a couple times.
She'll
How are
do
you,
the way
Milo?
mercy thing for you.
Okay.
Should you also go soak your feet and read a book?
Probably. I'm gonna hear myself.
Before you do that, you will take 9 points of healing.
Okay.
Is that it? Oh wait, sorry, 9.
Sorry, 4.
No,
It's just 3 times whatever you roll.
no, sorry. 9 times 3 is
A lot more.
27.
27. You heal 27 points.
I was like, it's only 3 times what you roll? I thought it was way more than that.
Okay.
Already taken.
Yeah.
I'll also do my way of mercy thing with both of them, and
Okay.
I won't roll it unless you're intending on throwing more
No,
trolls at
that,
us or
that
something.
that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as
We'll
we can get along
we'll
with it,
say
we'll
that
be
you
okay.
you ministered to them, and they're gonna get a rest in, so we won't do all of that.
I can sit in the mayor's office, like dirty and bloody. Just on the desk though, so he's not on the chair.
Is it a cloth chair?
Well, I assume that there is cloth on it, on the seat, because it's fancy.
So the end of the day rolls around, and you all get a chance to sort of wind down, relax, lick your wounds, and prepare for another day. And that's where we're going to call it for the night. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back for this campaign this time next week, Tuesday, 6:30 Mountain Time. I'll leave that up to you to determine when that is. We do also run a Sunday night pre-recorded stream, also at 6:30 Mountain Time. As I said, we will be doing our Western this week, run by Braden. We had a lot of fun with it. Hope you guys enjoy his very awesome storytelling. I always have a lot of fun with that. And then next week, the extra will be World of Darkness with Lance.
Next week the stream is on Halloween.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
Actually,
Stand by.
stand by while we figure out what the schedule is going to be.
We'll post it in Discord.
We will post it in the Discord, so be sure that you are tuned into that, and we will let you guys know what, if anything, our plans are for Halloween. Totally forgot that was coming up, but you're
Thank
right.
you for saying
You're
something
right.
about that.
Thank you. So yeah, keep tabs on the Discord, and we'll let you guys know what the plan is. Also, seriously, if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Please do that. You can find everything that we've done video-wise over there. You can go through all of our back catalog, the previous main campaign, previous episodes of this one, side campaigns, one-shots, board games. Anything we do does wind up there on YouTube, so be sure you check that out. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you guys for showing up, everyone who did, and being active in the chat. We appreciate you guys coming in and supporting us. We just do this for fun. We're not in this to make money or anything like that. We're just having some fun and hoping to bring a little joy into all of your lives as well. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We will catch you guys next time. Until then, remember...
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night.
Good night.